Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Let me do a very, very quick sound check. Can you hear me loudly and clearly? I'm very, very ill at the moment, so I won't be my usual happy, joyful, positive self. I have got the clown show known as DAZN Boxing on one screen. And I have got the boss's card, aka Frank Warren's Queensview Promotions, on the other screen. We have got 3 or so semi-decent fights tonight. Ooh, it's the return of the excuse maker. Dillian, the excuse maker Whyte, makes his return tonight. Who's he fighting? Jermaine Dupree, innit? Who's he fighting? Dillian Whyte. And he fighting this guy tonight? Jermaine Dupree. Have I got that right? Who's this guy's opponent? Ooh, Dillian the excuse maker Whyte. I only got beaten by Tyson Fury because he pushed me. So he's in the ring tonight with Jermaine Dupree, yeah? He's in the ring tonight with Jermaine Dupree. And Anthony Joshua has one eye on the winner. Look at this. Anthony United. That's what I call him now. I call him Anthony United Nations Joshua. Has got his eye on Dillian Whyte because the winner of Dillian Whyte and Jermaine Dupree will be fighting Anthony Joshua in a DAZN blockbuster extravaganza. Listen. I think at this point with DAZN, anything's better than the fucking YouTube shit that they're putting on at the minute, isn't it? I mean, that channel, really, I'm going to give that channel another 6 months. If they're still showing only YouTubers in 6 months' time, yeah? Then I think it's time for DAZN to pack it in. I think, even the biggest DAZN fan would agree with that. Wouldn't you agree with that? Give DAZN 6 more months. If the best they can do is YouTubers and porn stars fighting each other and bumping pussies, then it is time to call it a day, innit? It really is, innit? It really is. Dillian Whyte. This is Dillian Whyte, what, yesterday or 2 days ago? This is Dillian Whyte yesterday on his defeat to Tyson Fury. This guy's unbelievable. It was always going to be a difficult fight because he's just so big. People say he's fast, he's a great boxer, he's awkward, but he's not. He's just a big guy. I got caught with a punch and he just pushed me over. So Dillian Whyte, yeah, still coming up here with the excuses. The latest excuse, as of yesterday, is that Tyson Fury ain't even a good boxer. He's just big. Dillian got caught with a shot and then Dillian pushed him over. Let me tell you how bad, yeah, this Dillian Whyte versus Jermaine Dupree fight is. Let me just show you how fucking shit this fight is, right? This fight is so bad, yeah? Have you ever seen a situation where a man's trainer says he's never seen him fight before? Have you ever seen anything like it in the history of boxing where you're hiring someone to take 10% of your purse and that person shows up here on fight week and says, to be honest, I ain't even see him fight anymore. Which is funny because for the last 6 to 12 months, we're hearing like big stories in it about Dillian Whyte being this global superstar. Do you remember that? Dillian deserves 50%. Dillian's a big draw. He's a massive pay-per-view draw. Dillian's a star. Well, if he's a star, how come his own fucking trainer, Buddy McGirt, ain't even seen him fight? Have you seen this? 1 second. Let me get this up. It's been a while since I've done a show, so you have to excusez-moi. My skills are rather rusty. But have you ever seen anything like this in your entire fucking life? Press 1 if you can hear this shit.
I'm going to be 150% honest with you. I don't study anybody. I'm not going to sit and worry about what the guy I'm training, who he's fighting. I don't worry about what they're doing. Because I'm preparing my guy for any and everything. You know what I mean? So if you prepare, I believe if you prepare for one thing, and you see something and you look for it and it don't happen in the fight, it's too damn late. But if you're prepared for any and everything, no matter what the other guy does, you got an answer for it, and that's the key.
And finally, everything you've seen in the gym, obviously coming off a defeat for the world heavyweight title, but plenty left from Dillian Whyte, and you expect a great performance from him this weekend.
Oh, most definitely. And here's the funny part. I never seen Dillian fight either. So.
Off a defeat for the world heavyweight title, but plenty left from Dillian Whyte, and you expect a great performance from him this weekend.
Oh, most definitely. And here's the funny part. I never seen Dillian fight either. So.
What? in the bumper clatter guanin? What in the bumper clat is that his own trainer ain't even seen him fight? Let me put that one more. His own trainer ain't even seen him fight, but he giving this man 10%.
Seen in the gym, obviously coming off a defeat for the world heavyweight title, but plenty left from Dillian Whyte, and you expect a great performance from him this weekend.
Oh, most definitely. And here's the funny part. I never seen Dillian fight either. So.
I've never seen that before, you know. In all my years of watching boxing and being in gyms, I've never, ever seen that in my entire life. Dillian Whyte, yeah, must be the only guy in boxing who's got a brother who's not his brother and a trainer who ain't even seen him fight. And that's without even going into the fucking lawyer. Jeffrey Benz, aka Lionel Hutz. What the fuck is this guy doing with his career, you know? We've been saying it for a very, very long time on this show, haven't we? Fuck me. There needs to be some serious question marks, yeah, over how Dillian Whyte is running these camps, yeah, and who he's got advising him. He gets some of the worst advice we've ever seen in the sport of boxing. He's got a guy running around claiming to be his brother when they're not even brothers. He's got a guy, and I like Dillian Whyte, but that's the truth, isn't it? He's got a guy running around making up names to try and pretend he's Dillian Whyte's brother and then doing business off Dillian's name. He's got a lawyer in Jeffrey Benz who got torn apart and schooled by a 75-year-old Frank Warren with back problems live on Talk Sport. And now he's paying a trainer 10% who ain't even seen him fucking fight.
Funny part, I never seen Dillian fight either. So.
It just, at this point, yeah, at this point, serious question marks need to be asked, yeah, about what is going on in Dillian Whyte's career, because something clearly in it. I think that cuckoo left that nest a long time ago in Dillian Whyte's whatever cuckoo that was, yeah, making noise in Dillian Whyte's skull. I think left his cranium a long time ago, innit? Something's clearly not right with this poor man, innit? So you got Dillian Whyte there. He's getting in the ring with Jermaine Dupree live on DAZN shortly. His trainer hasn't seen him fight. He'll be shoved into a ring with Anthony United Nations Joshua. This is the same Anthony Joshua. It is the same Anthony Joshua who was supposed to be fighting in December. Do you guys remember that? Couldn't fight Tyson Fury, could he? What was going on with Tyson Fury? Anthony Joshua had to fight, and he had to fight in December. Do you remember that story that Eddie Hearn was telling everybody when Anthony Joshua had to fight in December? Then all of a sudden, Anthony Joshua had to fight in January, February. Now Anthony Joshua might not be out until the summer again. You know, Anthony Joshua signed this magical DAZN deal, but nobody's seen Anthony Joshua on DAZN. Have you not think that's funny? Now, Anthony Joshua signed this magical DAZN deal, but nobody has seen Anthony Joshua on DAZN since he beat Usyk. Nobody's seen him, or since Usyk beat him. Nobody's seen him. The man's supposed to sign a big lifetime deal worth 200 million. Isn't Anthony Joshua supposed to be the strategic sports advisor for DAZN? Isn't that right? Isn't Anthony Joshua supposed to be on the board now for DAZN, making like strategic decisions when it comes to their boxing content? Wasn't that part of them giving him the deal? Anthony Kofi Annan Joshua. Fucking hell. You can see it. British boxing such a clown show, yeah? I can just walk away, get serious health problems, not cover the sport, go missing for about a month, come back, and British boxing is still a fucking clown show. It's still a fucking clown show, isn't it?
Cause I'm coming for them belts, boy. You're gonna see the raft of the new champ. Different energy, different spirit. Coming to win. I tried to learn boxing, stick and move. Isolating the sweet science of the sport, doctrinating my style. But we're going back to the raw, rugged streets. That's where I belong. I never followed no athletes growing up, no movie stars. I followed the hustlers, the Rayful Edmonds, the Jeff Ports, the Nicky Barnes, the Big Meaches, the Larry Hoover.
So where is Big Meach? Where Big Meach at then? Big Meach, yeah. Vanguards of Manhood says Anthony Black Businesses Only Joshua. Well, didn't you know? DAZN's owned by Samuel L. Jackson. Didn't you know that? Me and Shevin looked it up the other day. Did you know that? All that stuff you've been hearing about DAZN being owned by Len Balatvik, that's bullshit, because Anthony Joshua don't shop in white people's shops, innit? I heard rumours the DAZN really owned by Samuel L. Jackson. Where are we seeing Femi out? Simon H is saying we won't see Femi until next summer. Jesus fucking Christ. I thought he was supposed to be out in December as part of his new DAZN deal. Anyway, the winner of Dillian Whyte, yeah, and Jermaine Dupri will have one eye, yeah, on Anthony Joshua. More Dillian Whyte foolishness coming up. Somebody has said that there was a thing going on. Look at this, look. Talk about this, look. Trying to use the World Cup to hype up a dead fight. Dillian Whyte and Jermaine Franklin arrive at their weigh-in wearing England and USA football shirts. Or bumper clock, Dillian Whyte's born in Jamaica. So, listen, I'm not saying he can't wear an English shirt, but Dillian Whyte is a real yard man, isn't it? He's a true yard man. Like, he's born in the yard. Man was born in the yard. Next minute they got him wearing England shirts, innit? Like, mate, listen, I'm known as one of the biggest coconuts in the UK. I couldn't wear an English shirt. That's just me, but they got yard man up in here, yeah, in an England shirt, trying to promote his dead fight, and he got Jermaine Franklin up here in a USA football shirt. The fuck going on here? Who's advising Dillian Whyte though? No disrespect. I mean, can you see the pattern here? Like, they had Barry Hearn come out here, didn't they? Do you remember when they had Barry Hearn tell Dillian Whyte he used to be a slave trader? Do you remember that? They had Barry Hearn telling Dillian Whyte that he used to be fucking slave trader, innit? You can see it right here. Barry Hearn monologue. Remember this one? We used to be slave traders. So his promoter's telling him. You got Big Bazza there sitting next to Dillian telling him that he used to fucking be a slave trader. Next minute they're making Dillian Whyte fucking wear England shirt. The man ain't even from England. The man born in Jamaica. Next minute the man's got a guy called Dean White, who I've got a lot of respect for, walking around claiming to be his half brother. And his own fucking trainer, Buddy McGirt, ain't even seen him fight yet. And he's in the corner with him. That, to me, that's... Look at his eyes. Look at Dillian's eyes. Just look at Dillian's eyes. Look at him. Shit. It's like his life is flashing before his life, innit? Look. Look at his eyes. Dill, you should have just fought Daniel Dubois. Hand on heart, Dill. Honestly, listen, yeah? I know Frank Warren gets a lot of heat. But Frank Warren wouldn't have made you, yeah, wear an England shirt and it's trying to promote fight. You know that? Frank Warren's got too much respect for black people to do that, you know. Frank Warren's got too much respect for black people. Frank Warren's led more black people to the promised land than Pat Riley. Frank would never let a yard man have to get up there and wear a damn England shirt to promote fight. It's gone beyond the clown show. British boxing, such a clown show. I could just go away, disappear. I could disappear for a year and a half, come back. It'd still be the same old fucking storylines going on, innit? So, what's going on with these gloves then? You guys are telling me the next thing is, you got Dillian Whyte. So, what have we got from Dillian this week? So, you got Dillian up in the England shirt. We've done that topic. Buddy McGirt ain't even seen this full fight yet. We've got that in his topic, but he's taking 10% off Dillian. Right, we've got that. What's this one about Dillian threatening old people now? What do you guys know about this one? Dillian's now threatening old people and he's arguing with about the gloves, innit, behind the scenes. Let's just get this up here. Hold on. Dillian's now arguing and threatening old people. I mean, the man just coming off the fucking rails, isn't he? Man is absolutely coming off the rails, isn't he? Hold on. Let me see if we can get this up. Here we go. It's on this screen here. Oh, no. Hold on. Here we go. What's this?
Dillian Whyte is a wounded lion wandering in the jungle. Okay,
taking my rest, bro.
When you get a wounded lion wandering in
Jermaine,
the
speak
jungle,
up and
the healthy lions are going to destroy you. This is the healthy lion. He's been knocked out 2 times out of his last 3 fights. He's a wounded lion. Jermaine Fist is going to be the judge. And he's mumbling now, but after the fight, he won't even be able to mumble.
Okay, Jesse.
That's what you sound like, you stupid fucking bozo. Relax, man.
We gonna see when you get off your ass.
You when you get off your head. And good and good. Fucking idiot. It's a bit of a paradox. I'm super cool, but I'm super wild at the same time. It's crazy.
You should let Buddy talk for you, cause we don't understand a damn thing you saying.
Hey, let's finish, bro. This guy,
Can you leave me out of this, please?
Oh my, did you hear that? Buddy don't even want it. Jesus, Buddy don't even want to watch Dillian fight, and now Buddy don't even want to back him up here when it comes to the press conference. Gee, why is Dillian giving this man 10%? Why is Dillian giving this man 10%? Buddy's like, yo, can you leave me out of this shit? I hadn't even seen Dillian fight. What the fuck am I? I don't even know what I'm doing here. Buddy McGirt looking like Stevie Wonder. One of the greatest trainers of all time. Walking into one of the most brightly lit rooms in the UK with dark black sunglasses on and a black cane, looking like Stevie Wonder. No disrespect, Buddy, but I don't know if you have cataracts, but that is one of the most well-lit rooms in the UK right now. There's camera flashes everywhere. There's lighting everywhere. What the bumper clock have you got these glasses on for?
A damn thing you saying.
Hey, let's finish, bro. This guy,
Can you leave me out of this, please?
How the fuck Buddy McGirt looking like this though? How they let Buddy McGirt turn up looking like this? Buddy McGirt making light-skinned people looking terrible. The man's wearing Versace glasses with black shades on in one of the most well-lit areas in the whole of London. And he's got a fucking cane in one hand. Like he's a boxing trainer on one side and a pimp on the other. He's got that pimp juice black cane. Look. Why you need your cane for? Buddy's sitting down and still needs his cane. Shit. Let me finish this off.
I don't give a fuck if you're a pensioner in the house, man. The shit if you keep talking.
You selling fucking...
Did you hear this shit? Dillian Whyte is threatening to fuck up a pensioner. Is this guy serious? Hold on.
Stop talking. I don't give a fuck if you're a pensioner in the house, man. The shit if you keep talking.
You selling fucking wolf tickets. Where we come from, we don't even buy that shit.
He said, I don't give a fuck if you're a pensioner. I'll smack the shit out of you if you keep talking. So there's that. That's going on. So, I mean, it's desperate times, isn't it? Down in Dillian Whyte's camp, innit? You know, we've got Buddy McGirt turning up there, a.k.a. Stevie Wonder. Never seen Dillian fight before. With those glasses, I don't think Buddy's seen anything, to be honest. Buddy's glasses are so dark, I'm not sure the last time he saw his fucking own penis was. It must have been a long time ago. So you've got Buddy sitting there. We're threatening old people. What are we doing at Dillian? We're threatening old people. We're fighting old R&B stars, Jermaine Dupri. And what's this thing about the gloves? Somebody told me about the gloves, but I can't find a video for it. But somebody's saying there was a big argument about the gloves beforehand. Like, Jermaine Franklin's team weren't happy with the gloves that Dillian Whyte selected or something. Wouldn't be the first time we've heard about issues with gloves and certain fighters. Would it? Go and speak to Matchroom Box. Go and speak to Russ Amber about certain fighters and gloves. And what gloves get agreed, and then what fights get suddenly worn. I'm not sure if I can show this for obvious reasons, yeah? But you can see here, exclusive drama at the Dillian Whyte versus Jermaine Franklin glove selection. Funny that, innit? Funny that, innit? Funny that. Can't play the video, but I'd like to have a look. The back and forth between Team Dillian Whyte and Jermaine Franklin rolls on into the glove selection as both teams dispute their preferred weapon of choice for tomorrow's clash in London. Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time. Wouldn't be the first time. Make sure you check those fucking gloves, mate. That's what I got to say. Got to be careful what I say there. So anyway, that's what we've got to look forward to tonight. That's what we've got to look forward to tonight. Dillian Whyte v Jermaine Franklin. Let me get the Frank Warren card on. The Frank Warren card's gone off. Currently on DAZN, we've got Sandy Ryan. Ain't nobody care about Sandy Ryan, so you know we're just going to pretend that she don't exist. You want to get any questions in about tonight? Get some comments in. Crazy D3 says, White's team made a fuss over Franklin's gloves. Well, that's rich. Jesus Christ. That's really rich. Go and ask Oscar Rivas about Dillian Whyte and gloves. Go and ask Oscar Rivas and Russ Amber about what happens when you fight Dillian Whyte. RE gloves. You'll hear some very interesting stories. Which fight are you guys most looking forward to tonight? If you guys had to pick a fight, let's do a poll. If you guys had to pick a fight to watch, and if you had to pick between Whyte and Franklin or Parker and Ryder, just out of interest, what would you pick? I'm just going to do the poll now. If you had to pick one, if you could only watch one tonight, what would you watch? Dillian Whyte versus Jermaine Dupri, or Parker and Ryder? I'm not sure, to be honest, because Dillian Whyte's always good value. Do you think Dillian's done? I mean, Jermaine Franklin, I'm no expert on Jermaine Franklin. From what I heard, he's a pudding. Is that what you've heard? I've heard he's a giant pudding. Just in time for Thanksgiving, I've heard he's a giant pudding, Jermaine Franklin. He's going to get knocked over super quick. That's what the insiders on Twitter be telling me. That Jermaine Franklin's just, do you know what I mean? He's a straight up pudding. And he's had like one fight in 3 years. And so he signed to Matchroom for anybody who cares. So that's interesting, isn't it? Matchroom have signed. I think they've got an option on Jermaine Franklin. So if Jermaine Franklin does beat Dillian Whyte, he can't get away from Matchroom. He has to go and fight Anthony Joshua straight after that. So it is what it is. One way or another, he's going to be getting a serious concussion. Toby Players says Ryder and Parker and Wardley and Gorman, they are very competitive. Let me ask you a question about Nathan Gorman. Where is Tyson Fury? Is Tyson Fury in Nathan Gorman's corner tonight? Have you noticed that about Tyson Fury? Have you ever noticed that? Wasn't Nathan Gorman supposed to be his cousin? Press 1 if you think I'm right. Press 2 if you think I'm wrong. Wasn't Nathan Gorman supposed to be Tyson Fury's cousin? And they were supposed to be super tight. Tyson Fury showed up for the Dubois fight, didn't he? Until Gorman got beat by Dubois, and then we never saw Fury in his corner again, innit? Why does Fury keep doing that, though? He's always walking these guys to the ring, and then when they get beat, he never shows up again. Have you guys noticed that? Fury's always doing that, walking guys out to the arena, and when they get beat, he never shows up no more. I thought he was supposed to be, look. I thought he was supposed, Tyson Fury was supposed to be his cousin, innit? Supposed to be his cousin. Sorry, I've just seen Sandy Ryan land about 16 unanswered punches clear to the chin. I mean, fucking hell. 16 punches unanswered to... Did I just see Clifton Mitchell slap Sandy Ryan in a corner? Did you guys see that? Rotted. Clifton Mitchell's going to be... Clifton Mitchell's about to find his way into a police station after this fight. He'll have the police... Wait, did you guys just see that in the corner? Did I just see Clifton Mitchell slap Sandy Ryan in the face in the corner? Let me Google that. I was just watching Clifton Mitchell in the corner just slap Sandy Ryan in the face, told her to fucking wake up. Did anybody just see that? I can't believe what I just saw. What is Clifton Mitchell doing on live TV? Let me quickly Google that. Let me quickly Twitter that to make sure. Did anybody see that? What happened there? Mate, can't do that in this day and age. Let me just see this. Giving it large. No one's saying too much yet. I'll just check that. I'm sure he did, you know. I want to go back to that. That was in the corner of round 7. Jesus, Clifton Mitchell nearly getting pulled up on fucking ABH charges there. Mate, can't do that, mate. Sorry about that. That really threw me. Mark Statton says Sandy Ryan has a face a lot of people want to slap. Personally, her attitude is one thing, but I have to be honest with you and say she is, in my opinion, good looking. That's my opinion on Sandy Ryan. I like to tell you the opposite because she's incredibly annoying, but looks wise, she just has something about her. It's just weird. It is what it is. Where are we at? So sorry about that. Let's carry on. What were we talking about before? Yeah, we were talking about Tyson Fury and Nathan Gorman because Toby Players was saying it was going to be a good fight. Yeah, so Tyson Fury completely abandoned, Nathan Gorman. So that's good to see, isn't it? Bit like how he abandoned Billy Joe Saunders, isn't it? Who else has he abandoned? When he fucking... Weren't Tyson Fury hanging around in Hosea Burton's corner? Once upon a time as well. Weren't that happening as well, Fury? Weren't he hanging around in Hosea Burton's corner? Always hangs around in his guys' corners, and then all of a sudden, when they get beat, he don't show up no more. Fucking hell. It is what it is. Gorman versus Wardley. I'll be honest, I couldn't give a flying toss about that fight, but it is what it is. We'll watch it. It is what it is. Isaac Lowe, yeah. No, to be fair, Isaac Lowe, he still keeps around. Isaac Lowe's practically lives with Tyson Fury. But, yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. So you're looking forward to Gorman versus... Yeah, Hughie Fury. But Hughie Fury was different because he had no choice, did he? He had no choice with Hughie Fury because, obviously, the fathers aren't talking anymore. Oh, you can see Frank Smith has made it ringside. So if you're watching DAZN in a minute, you'll see Frank Smith is currently ringside with Eddie Hearn watching Sandy Ryan box. It's the same Frank Smith who tried to put his brother-in-law in with somebody who failed 2 VADA tests. So press 7 if you think Frank Smith is brother-in-law of the year. Jesus Christ. Imagine Christmas down in the Eubank household there. Gee, that's going to be a good one. You've got Chris Eubank sitting there. You've got Emily Eubank sitting there. He's married to Frank Smith. And she'll be walking him around on a dog lead as usual. Because we all know she's the one who wears the trousers. So Emily Smith will be walking Frank Smith around on his dog lead. And then we've got... you got Frank Smith in there. Pulling Christmas crackers with Chris Eubank. Merry Christmas, Chris. By the way, hope you know I tried to put you in the ring with somebody who failed 2 drugs tests in 2 months. Is Chris Eubank really going to sit at a dinner table with this garden gnome? Hand on heart, no disrespect, but is Chris Eubank Jr. really going to sit at a Christmas dinner table with this garden gnome right here? This guy tries to put me in a ring with a guy who failed 2 drugs tests in 2 months. Let me tell you, I would never ever sit at a table with him again. I'd be like, what are you doing? I thought you were supposed to be my brother-in-law. I thought blood was supposed to be thicker than water, mate. Trying to put my life on the line here. You're making me fucking get down to 157 pounds, and then you're trying to put me in the ring with someone who failed 2 drugs tests in 2 months. The fuck? There he is, the garden gnome, Frank Smith. What does Emily Eubank see in Frank Smith? Who knows? Who knows? But all I'll say is this: with all the respect in the world to Frank Smith, I think well, what do you think? Divorce will be looming. Let's put it that way. I think divorce will be looming pretty fucking soon. Let's put it that way. Yeah, he makes a great brew. It is what it is. Yeah. No, I think they're married now, Snazzy Azzy. I think they're married. You know, like I said before, Frank somehow has convinced himself that she's married him on his looks and his personality. So, despite the fact that she did a 45-minute special on IFL TV and basically told the entire UK he was a complete loser. Do you remember that? As I keep saying, do you remember this? Look. So this woman went on the most popular boxing channel in the UK and spent 24 minutes and 34 seconds basically saying he is the most useless excuse for a man there is on the entire planet. Have you ever seen anything like it? 24 minutes and 33 seconds of Frank Smith just getting destroyed. Destroyed by his own missus. His own missus saying he's a loser, he never listens, he's pointless, he forgets stuff, he's a waster. Look at this, look at how she's talking to him. These two went down the fucking aisle. Jesus Christ, look at his face. Jesus, look at his face. Someone needs to call the Samaritans for him, honestly. Someone needs to call the Samaritans on him. She absolutely ripped into him, didn't she? And he still stays around. We're just having an easy night tonight. 29 minutes into the show. None of the big fights are really on tonight. Got 70 people here tonight. If you'd like to be part of the chat, please feel free to subscribe. If you'd like to hit the like button, please feel free to hit the like button. I'm not expecting tonight too much from tonight's show, because I haven't really been well and I haven't really been around a lot. But look, it is what it is. Big fights coming soon. Gorman and Wardley we're waiting for. After that, it'll be Whyte and Franklin, and then soon it will be Dillian Whyte. Yeah, Whyte and Franklin, and then the real fight of the night, in my opinion, which is Parker versus Ryder. And what people are saying is a 50-50. Relationships aren't Frank's forte. Should we talk about something else? Very, very quickly. Did you hear the news about Zolani Tete hitting failing a drugs test? Did somebody tell you about that? Zolani Tete failed a drugs test. And people are saying that the media have been doing double standards because Zolani Tete failed a drugs test and nobody's asking Frank Warren. But when Conor Benn allegedly failed a drugs test, then the entire media turned on Conor Benn. So have you heard that yet? A few people are trying to say that Zolani Tete's failed a drugs test, and this is proof that the media is anti-Eddie Hearn because the media haven't said anything about Zolani Tete, but they're saying lots about Conor Benn. There's a very, very simple reason for that, which I'm about to tell you, right? And it's just, when you hear this, you'll be like, right. So the reason why the same amount of vitriol isn't going towards Frank Warren from the media, RB Zolani Tete, is simple. According to everything I've heard so far, Tete has failed a post-fight test. Now, if I'm wrong on that, then Frank Warren needs to ask some serious questions. But you're talking about two completely fucking different situations. The situation, as I've heard at the minute, if I'm wrong, please correct me, is that Zolani Tete failed a post-fight test. It wasn't a case where Zolani Tete failed a test. The promoter was aware he failed a test and still tried to put the fight on and put somebody's life at risk. If that's what happened, I'll be the very first person to come on here and criticize Frank Warren for doing that. In fact, to be honest, if he's done that, I would say consider taking his promoter's license away or some form of sanction against him, because it's that serious in my opinion. There's just one very, 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 very fatal flaw in some of the logic that's been passed around here. Oh my God, this is proof that the media got it in for Eddie Hearn. The media got it in for Eddie. Well, there's just one thing you're missing there. One thing you're missing. And it's what this guy says here. Allegedly, Tete failed a post-fight test. So, apples and oranges. Two fucking completely different situations. Not the same as somebody failing 2 VADA tests in 2 months in the run-up to a fight. The promoters knowing and the promoters still trying to put the fight on despite that. Completely different to somebody failing a test after a fight or on the day of the fight. You know, the post-fight test straight after the fight. Sometimes you can do a piss test straight after the fight. Allegedly, that's the one Tete's failed after the fight. It's not being alleged that he failed before the fight and that Frank Warren knew he failed and still let the fight go ahead. So I'm just making that clear because I see a little bit of bollocks going around recently. People trying to equate this Zolani Tete and this Conor Benn scenario. They're two completely different fucking situations. Just thought I'd make that loud and clear. Unless I hear that Tete failed a test beforehand and the promoters knew about it and still put the fight on. If that's the case, then Frank deserves to get dragged the same way Eddie Hearn got dragged. Simple as that. Right, let's move on from that. Just thought I'd nip that one in the fucking bud as we go along. So I'm just trying to find some other stuff. Oh, God. Chris Eubank Jr., Liam Smith. Does anybody give a shit about that? Eubank and Liam Smith. Does anybody care? Carpo says, still loving the KFC sponsor. Absolutely. It was still sponsored by KFC. The Colonel there in the top right hand of your screen there. Conor Benn, the Colonel. Colonel Benn in that top right hand screen. Is this Sandy Ryan fight close or something? Because I can see people in the corner praying or something. Or she'd be giving the decision. Oh, she's been giving it, yeah? Okay. But yeah, you still got Colonel Benn in that top right hand corner. Did they ever find them chickens that Did they ever find them chickens? You know them contaminated chickens? That did Conor Benn. Did we ever find them chickens? Did we ever find them contaminated chickens that they were the reason why Conor Benn had 2 adverse findings in 2 fucking months? Rumour has it, yeah, that this might be the contaminated chicken. This might be the person responsible, innit, for for Conor Benn having problems with VADA tests. Allegedly. Might be this man here, innit? Be seeing this man, yeah, get up on the dock here very soon, innit? Investigated by UCAD, innit? You see there, look. He's on his way to contaminate, yeah, Conor Benn's eggs. Have you seen this chicken? £1,000 reward. This is why Conor Benn had problems with his test. Look, this is the reason. Look, this is what Eddie Hearn's talking about when he talks about contamination, isn't it? It was. Oh, dude. Anyway, it is what it is. It is what it is. We haven't heard anything else about it. Chris Eubank Jr.'s promoter, Kalle Sauerland, has said he believes the Conor Benn fight will happen in the future and it is now bigger than it was when it was initially made. How Kalle Sauerland is still allowed to promote boxing fights in the UK, I personally have no idea. But we all know the sport of British boxing at the minute is a disgrace. But how Kalle Sauerland is supposed to be looking after his fighter. So, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, I'm not sure Kalle Sauerland's there has done the best for Chris Eubank Jr. there at all. I don't think he's done the best for him at all, and I don't think he's come across very well. To be honest, you know, I think it's time for Kalle Sauerland to consider hanging him up in the UK. I think he's a faded and finished force, and it is what it is. But I think Kalle Sauerland there, you know, seeing him continue to promote fights, you know, seeing him on TV, you know, I'm not happy about seeing Kalle Sauerland on my TV screen. Look at this for a laugh. The BT Sport pay-per-view price for Tyson Fury versus Derek Chisora 3 will be £26.96. Talk about taking the fucking piss, innit? That is an absolute disgrace, but it is what it is. Look, it is what it is now, isn't it? How many casuals can we milk? We're going to find out how popular Tyson Fury really is, you know? It's going to be interesting, isn't it? Because you keep hearing, I believe he's one of the most popular fighters in the UK. But we're going to find out how popular Tyson Fury really is. Because they haven't managed to sell out this fight. Which I don't really care about. They've from what I've heard, they've done about 50,000. But not the whole 60. But there'll be a big crowd in there. I've heard they've done 50,000 tickets. So they're doing okay on the tickets. But $26.95 for Fury and Chisora 3. I just don't see who would buy it, but you never know. You know, it's going to be a good marker to see just how much Fury has crossed over into the mainstream, and how many people can he get to how many casuals he can get to tune into his shows. Be interesting. Blah blah blah. It's Zolani Tete news. One second, take my medication. One sec. Sorry about that. So where are we at in a minute? As I'm watching Anthony Joshua adverts on DAZN, we have got Dennis McCann currently in the ring. He's through 6 rounds. He's in round 6 out of 12 against his latest opponent. I believe he's fighting for the Commonwealth title. What have we got on DAZN next? I'm not following it, but I'm hoping we're going to start getting some big fights happening quite soon. Some very big fights happening quite soon. Because at the minute, this show is starting to get rather dry. Maybe I started this show a bit too early. I thought we were going to get some big fights, you know, from 8 p.m-ish. 8, 9 p.m. But what time is it? 9 p.m. what? 10 minutes or so, innit? 10 minutes or so, we should start having fights. Wardley and Gorman hopefully will be coming on next. Does anybody know the running order for the DAZN card? If they do, it is what it is. While we do that, we'll keep going through some news. Tyson Fury on his plans for 2023. If Alexander Usyk don't want no smoke in February, then let's do Joe Joyce at Wembley. Joe, get fit mush, because if the middleweight don't want no smoke, you're in. I'm fighting 3 times next year, and you can be one of them. At this point, like I said with Tyson Fury, he's retired 160 times. Now he wants to fight 3 times a year. At this point, I just close my eyes and ears when anything sort of relating to Tyson Fury theory appears on my Twitter page. You guys are saying Argentina are 2-0 up on a boxing show. I couldn't give a monkey's ass, but you know, it is what it is. Credit to Lionel Messi, who's banging the goals in here. What did you think about this? Actually, before we do, what do you think about this? Trying to see what's going on with Mikaela Mayer. I haven't had a look at Mikaela Mayer's page. Look, this woman's a muppet. Let's a quick look at Horseface Mayer. She's still beefing with Baumgartner, left, right, and centre. Her and Baumgartner just continued the beef. The whole point of the fight was to sort the beef out. Nothing's been sorted out. Her and Baumgartner done fucking beefing all day. But the real question that I need to ask to Mikaela Mayer is, yeah, Mikaela, I thought your boyfriend was supposed to be one of us. What the fuck you coming out to the ring with them Spice Girls tunes? Mikaela Mayer coming out to the ring with them Spice Girls tunes. That's why the judges didn't give you the decision. You're supposed to be in deep with a brother, and you come into the ring fucking Spice Girls tunes. Next on that rematch, I need to hear some of that trap music. But Horseface Mayer, who you know how I feel about Mikaela Mayer personally. I think she's probably the best looking woman in. It's between her, Sinisa Estrada, and Sarah Mahfood, in my opinion, the 3 best looking women in boxing. But yeah, I'm just trying to keep an eye on Mikaela Mayer, really. She's got one of the most cringe-worthy Twitter pages in all of boxing. She's refraining from calling her boyfriend her chocolate king, which is good to see, because the last time she did that, she was trending on Twitter and had an army full of women attacking her. So it's good to see Mikaela Mayer is no longer referring to her boyfriend as her chocolate king. Good to see. But her page is always good for a laugh, because she's a complete train wreck. She is a complete train wreck, Mikaela Mayer. As you can see, she's either playing with her boyfriend or playing with her dogs. She must be the only person I know who wears high heels and a bra and panties on to go and walk her dog. She is a complete horse-faced lunatic. Having said that, hand on heart, she is the best looking woman in boxing. Her or Sinisa Estrada or Sarah Mahfood. One of the two. Guess Crazy D3. Yeah. Her boyfriend's one of us, bro. Her boyfriend's one of us. Her boyfriend's an NFL player, man. Her boyfriend is an NFL player. I do too, to be honest, Shadow Projects. I've got very, very weird taste in females. I like weird looking females. I like my females to look weird as fuck. Mikaela Mayer is very good looking. There's no going around it. Is she cringe? Is she a complete cringe bag? Absolutely. She is a complete cringe bag, but she's very good looking. Anyway, have you never seen Mikaela Mayer's boyfriend? Hold on. Let me get this up. What's her boyfriend's name? He's hench. He's some massive hench dude, you know. That's the one. Marquette King. No joke. She walks around calling this guy her chocolate king. She must have had half of Alabama. Let me get this up on Twitter. One sec. She must have had half of the Oprah Winfrey show were just attacking her for saying that. That was hilarious. They were fuming when they found out who she was dating. They were fuming. Here it is. Shout out to Mikaela Mayer. Shout out to Mikaela Mayer. You know Mikaela Mayer is for real, for real. Mikaela Mayer down for the brothers. You know how she rolls. Mikaela Mayer for real, for real. You know about that. There you go. See, look, I think they look lovely. Do you not think? I think they look lovely. He's a good-looking brother. He's in good shape. He can get any woman, pretty much. Look at this. These guys are a machine. The former NFL player is a machine. Mikaela looks great in this photo. She looks great. Mikaela Mayer looks great. Just don't come on Twitter and tell everybody that he's a chocolate king. Just call him by his name. His name's Marquette. Some of these women talk some nonsense, don't they? Why you got to call him your chocolate king? Just say, look, I met this guy. His name's Marquette. He's a nice guy. He treats me well. He's a nice dude. He takes me out for coffee and stuff. He's a really cool dude. She out here on Twitter telling stories about he's a chocolate king, he's a daddy and all this shit. Shit! This woman had half of the Oprah Winfrey show on him. They were fuming at this dude. Shevin knows what I'm talking about. They were fuming at this dude for dating Mikaela Mayer. What's he supposed to do? It is what it is. Let me get off this subject. Right, who we got in the ring at the minute? I'm looking at the DAZN card. 80 people in the chat. I'm surprised we've got 8 people here. Oh, it's Pat McCormack. This is what I'm saying about British boxing. Look, this is what I'm talking about, yeah? On both cards. It's now 9 o'clock at night, man. What the fuck? Why is it boxing does this as a sport? They don't do this in the World Cup. Have you noticed in the World Cup, they don't do this in the World Cup? They don't do this shit in the World Cup. Have you noticed that? Prime time games at the World Cup, 7 o'clock. Am I lying? Press 1 if I'm lying. Press 1 if I'm correct. Press 2 if I'm wrong. For the football, they understand how it works. Prime time, 7 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock now in the UK. I'm watching Pat fucking McCormack. I don't want to watch Pat McCormack at 9 o'clock on a fucking Saturday night. On the other channel, I've got Dennis McCann. Dennis McCann's vowing to not, and I love Dennis McCann. Dennis McCann out here saying, when we get in the ring, we're trying to kill each other. It's nothing personal. Well, guess what, Dennis McCann? For me, it is personal because it's now 9 o'clock in the ring and you're still on my fucking TV screen. Couldn't you got rid of this guy half an hour ago so we can start getting on to the main event? I've got a show to run. You know, if these guys actually started putting the fights on time instead of making people wait, I wouldn't have to waste time, yeah, going through pictures of Mikaela Mayer. I won't have to go through, yeah, Mikaela Mayer's whole fucking Twitter page. Look how many followers she got. What, can I ask you guys a genuine question? But do you guys do think, no disrespect, yeah, but this is cringy though, innit? Real couples don't do this shit. I would never take a... Listen, this guy's a beast, right? Marquette King. This man's a beast and I've got the utmost respect for him, right? I've got the utmost respect for him. There's no way on this planet you'd ever catch me taking a picture like that with any woman. Because that is just... That ain't a good look, man. Why you gotta do that in front of the camera? Perfect 4K as well. You can even see the fucking pimples on this woman's ass. 4K! How many takes did it take to get that right? If you love someone so much, yeah, why have you got to put it all up on social media and do all the post pictures and shit? Closing your eyes and pretending to kiss. What the fuck, man? Do you know how hard these people making it for interracial couples in this day and age? Shit! I've only just been able to walk down the fucking street without getting looked at in a funny way. And now I've got Mikaela Mayer and Marquette King making it 10 times worse for everybody else. Can a brother catch a break out on these streets right now? Can a brother catch a break out on these streets? Shit. Where are these people going to learn, yeah? You're representing all of us, bro. Not just yourself. Don't be taking these kind of pics. Look at this one here. Stop taking these pics, man. Shit. Someone needs to tell this, bro. Bro, you need to stop taking these. Next time she tries to drag you into what? Hey, Jason Walker. Big up, big up. Next time one of them. Do you guys think I'm out of order? By the way, do you guys understand what I'm saying? I couldn't care less what colour these people are. It's got nothing to do with the colour of their skin. I couldn't care what colour they are. It's in general. Do you know what I mean? These cringy social media pics, like couples that are doing it up for social media. Like, why are we doing this? Like the kid's back says, doing too much. Like, why are we doing this? Like, innit? If you love somebody, you love someone for real, innit? You don't need to do this shit. When you normally see these kind of pictures between couples, to be honest, most of the time you hear about 2 weeks later that they split up. Am I lying or am I not lying? Innit? How many times have we seen this shit on Facebook? How many times have we seen this shit on Instagram? And then next week, you know what you hear next week? Next week you hear they splitting up, and then next week you hear that one person was battering the other person with a fucking hammer. One person was spitting in one person's face. One person was beating up the other person with a hammer. One person was beheading the other person. How many people have seen it so many times, right? These couples pretending they in love and shit. Next week you hear police outside their house. Stop it, Mikaela. Stop it. Right, I've got to get off this shit. Yeah, I've got to get off this shit. I'm literally addicted to this woman's Facebook page, you know, for real. I'm addicted to it. She's horse-faced, but she is a walking train wreck. It is what it is. Right, let's carry on. There you go. Exactly, Barry. Yeah. One was shitting on the bed and the other threatening to kill themselves. That's what I'm saying, isn't it? Stop it. Stop it. Be a real couple. Like Frank Smith and Ebanie Eubank right here. All right, what are we going on? Let's have a look. What's going on? Oh, this is good. This is good. Right. Got some good content for you now. Shannon Courtenay. Has she already fought tonight, or is that it? Oh, I think McCann's won by stoppage, by the way. So it looks like McCann listens to the show because I think he's got the job done. Get in there, Dennis McCann. I always liked you. Right, Shannon Courtenay. Yeah, I notice you, Rich. I notice you. Shannon Courtenay. I'm never going to box again. Shannon Courtenay feared her boxing career was over, as she credits Celebrity SAS for checking her outlook on life ahead of her return to the ring. Let's have a look at the picture of Shannon Courtenay on Celebrity SAS. Does she really look like that, though? Oh, fuck off, Chris S. Chris is saying it's Sam Noakes next on BT Sport. This is what I'm saying. They were charging me $29.95 to watch Tyson Fury versus a bin man. That's what they're charging me to watch. Fury versus a bin man for $26.95. All I'm asking BT Sport is, I'm not even complaining that you're trying to rob me for pay-per-view. It's 9 o'clock and now you're putting on Sam Noakes. Look, can I just look, hold on a minute. Let's just do this. What's on TV UK? What is going on here? What's on TV tonight? I'm going to get this right up now. Right, let's get this on. Let's see what we're up against. Sam Noakes, 9 o'clock. The bumper clot is going on here. Let's have a look what we got. BBC, we've got Casualty. How long has Casualty been going on for? Jesus. I'll be there soon. We've got Jimi Hendrix live in but we've got I Am a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. But look, ITV have got it right though. Can you see here? You've got the World Cup on, yeah? 6 till 9. You see, prime time sport. That's what time prime time sport takes place in the UK. Even in America, when we watch the NBA games, Eastern time, 5 p.m, 9 p.m, prime time. Look at this, World Cup prime time. BT Sport. Someone needs to go and speak to BT Sport about the understanding of. I don't think BT Sport know what prime time is. I think Frank's gone down there and told them that, you know, people like watching, you know, the main events at 1 a.m. in the morning. No, we don't want that. I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. Look at this, Channel 4 have got the Equalizer 2. Can you see what I'm saying? Look. So look, we've got the Equalizer 2, I'm a Celebrity, Casualty, Midsummer Murders, if you had to have a choice, if you had to watch between Midsummer Murders and Sam Noakes, what would you watch? No disrespect to Sam Noakes and the fucking area of Kent. Shout out to the area of Kent. But if you're giving me a choice between watching Agatha Christie's Pyro and Midsummer Murders or Sam Noakes, I'm watching Midsummer Murders. Because you know me, I'm all about that middle class lifestyle. Do they murder each other a lot? Yes. But at least they shop in Waitrose beforehand. Doesn't that count for anything? Do they murder each other? Yes. But at least they do their shopping in Waitrose beforehand. So they can't all be bad people. They can't all be bad people, can they? That was me at my best, wasn't it? It took me 53 minutes to get there, but that was Old Check at his best. You know? Your wife's on the floor and she's got a kitchen knife coming out of her head in a pool of blood. You know, in a 6-story mega mansion. The police come round. Did you do it? No, I didn't. Okay. Look in the fridge. Shopping from Waitrose. I'm sorry for bothering you, sir. We must have made a mistake. If you have any information, let us know. We'll let you crack on with your day. They're shopping at Tesco's. Sir, please come with us. And he put the handcuffs on. Straight into the back of the car. You won't be needing a lawyer there. Whatever you say may be used against you. Straight in the back of the car. Don't even push his head down on the way in. You let his head hit the car door frame on the way in. Don't even push that motherfucker's head down when he get in the car. If I see Tesco shopping in there. So look, You know, it is what it is. Oh, sure, Sam Noakes. They've left me out to dry here. I started a show 8 o'clock, thinking by 9 we'd be into prime time. They got me out here watching Sam Noakes. I'm out here running out of content. There's only so many pictures of Mikaela Mayer's bottom that we can look at. Anyway, let's go back to Shannon Courtenay. Why do you think Shannon Courtenay shops? There's nothing wrong with going to Tesco, honestly. It's a gimmick. It's really a gimmick. There's nothing wrong with going to Tesco, really, honestly. It's just a gimmick. It's really a gimmick. Where do you think Shannon Courtenay shops? No disrespect, but to Shannon Courtenay, but she does look like Asda Price. Would you think that's a fair comment or not? No disrespect, but she does look like, you know. What have Asda got? I haven't been into an Asda since... When was the last time I stepped foot in an Asda? I last stepped foot in an Asda when I was going to university. So that must have been the mid-2000s. I'm just trying to think. When was the last time I stepped foot in an Asda? I was in uni, so probably about 2005 was probably the last time I was in Asda. 2005. To be honest, they probably haven't changed it much anyway. It's probably sort of same old shit in there anyway. Londis, yeah, I think even Londis is a bit too much. She is an Asda chick, isn't she? She is a... But Richard says she gets everything on Just Eat. Yeah, I can see that. I know what you're talking about, you cunt. Don't get me started on these fucking cuts. What we're just talking about, quickly, I'll quickly tell you this. So what we're just talking about is this. The amount of cunts that are now ordering shit on Deliveroo. Let me tell you 2 things I've never done in my life. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. I've never ever watched Netflix. I've never had a Netflix account. And I've never ordered anything on Deliveroo. Ever. And I was complaining to Richard that every motherfucker... I went into McDonald's the other day to try and get a fucking double egg McMuffin. I couldn't even get it. You know why? The queue was fucking rammed. Deliveroo. Everybody's getting it on Deliveroo. So they're backing up the fucking orders. So now McDonald's is no longer fast food. I'm walking in there and I'm looking at 20 minutes wait for a double egg McMuffin. I may be a lot of things in life. Many of them are bad. I can tell you this now. The day you catch me waiting 20 minutes in McDonald's for an egg McMuffin, call Lenny Henry, yeah, and have them do a phone-a-thon for me. Get me on Children in Need. That's what happened to me. The day you see me waiting for longer than 2 minutes in McDonald's for an egg McMuffin is the day you know Ultrason is down and outs. Somebody get this guy on Children in Need. We need to do a phone-a-thon. You'll be having them kids in Africa phoning in to donate me money. That's how far I must have fallen. For me to sit in at McDonald's for any more than 2 minutes and wait for an egg McMuffin. It's supposed to be fast food. I did that, Dench. We have the app. So I ordered it on the app and then I went in to go and get it. And then I looked at the screen and my order was like number 30 in a fucking queue full of orders. And it was absolutely rammed. 11, it was like 10 to 11 on a weekday. I'm thinking, hold on a minute. And there's supposed to be a cost of living crisis going on. All you lot are saying that you can't afford to pay the electric bills and all this shit. You're saying you can't afford to pay the fucking bills. So why are you at McDonald's then? Why are you at McDonald's? Ain't you supposed to be fucking working? You're all telling me that you need to get a Labour government in because the Labour government's going to pay your electric bills for free, innit? That's what you're telling me, innit? You need to get in Labour, innit? Because you can't afford to pay the gas bill no more. So you need Keir Starmer to come in and pay your gas bill. So why are you in McDonald's then at 10 to 11 on a Friday? What are you in there for then? But we all know the reason why. Isn't it? I can't reconcile this, innit? This cost of living crisis. The fuck is going on in this cost of living crisis? I saw a woman the other day on the news say toast is a luxury. Let me get this up. I saw this the other day. Liberals on Twitter posting this shit. Toast is a luxury for me. That's what this woman said. She said having toast is a luxury. Look. You think I'm fucking making this shit up? Look. Toast is a luxury. Families never been so scared over where money will come from. I fucking go into McDonald's. It's fucking packed out. 50 people. 50 people in McDonald's. 10 to 11 on a Friday morning waiting for an egg McMuffin. And they're ordering it all on Deliveroo. So they're paying extra on Deliveroo. Meanwhile, we need to bring in Keir Starmer because people can't afford to buy toast because of these evil Tories. This guy's saying families have never been scared of where the money's coming from. Why do you have a newborn baby? Muppet. Why do you have a child then? And red hair, mate? Why? Can you see the pattern here? Get the Tories out! We need to get the Tories out! These Tories! These Tories! Mate! Unless Boris Johnson's impregnated your missus, why have you got red hair and a newborn child if you can't afford to pay the fucking bills? Or am I terrible for saying that? Look at this shit. Don't even know, this man claims he can't even afford a fucking slice of toast. Electric fan. I've had one of those before. Electric fan. No wonder the bills are high with that thing in there. Jesus Christ. I can't even afford an electric fan. And I'm on Frank Warren money. Look at this dude. Man can afford to get his hair coloured red. I don't know when my next check... Oh, here's another one. Look, pushing prams again. Anyway, let me get off this anyway. Let me. Otherwise, I'm going to get in trouble. So that's what Rich is winding me up about. This fucking Deliveroo shit. Anyway, Shannon Courtenay. I've got myself a new mindset. I'm a lot happier. I'm finally being myself on camera. I'm enjoying boxing a lot more because I'm happy. I started to hate it because I'm so miserable. Jesus Christ almighty. When was this? When was this taken? These Instagram shots really are something, you know. Shout out to Shannon Courtenay with the Louis Vuitton bag. Do you know what? To me, hand on heart, yeah? To me, right? Nothing to me says chav more than a Louis Vuitton bag. Yeah, you know the thing with these Louis Vuitton bags? Have you guys noticed how stupid that these people who wear these Louis Vuitton bags are? We saw somebody wearing one the other day. Have you noticed the thing about these Louis Vuitton bags is they don't go with anything that anybody wears. Like, you know when you wear clothes, like listen, you know me. I'm literally sponsored by Sports Direct, right? I have a very, very cheap lifestyle, yeah? I live in tracksuits. I live in cheap tracksuits, period. I'll show you who... Do you guys remember that show, Keeping Up Appearances? And there was that guy called Onslow. Those of you who are of the Caucasian persuasion will know exactly what I'm talking about. Do you remember Onslow from Keeping Up Appearances? If you want to know how I live with Mrs. Ultra, this is exactly how I live. Like this. Let me get him up here. That is literally me. Sitting on the couch, yeah? Yeah, exactly, Dan. String vest. When's the sport on? That's literally me. Onslow from Keeping Up Appearances. That's all I do all day. On the fucking couch. You know what I mean? So I live a very, very cheap lifestyle. But have you noticed, yeah, there are all these women that are wearing Louis Vuitton bags, but the bags don't match what they're wearing. Have you noticed that? So they're wearing like purple top, blue jeans, this, and then they've got some brown Louis Vuitton bag, and it looks ridiculous. It looks ridiculous because the only Louis Vuitton thing you've got is the bag, and the bag doesn't match any of the clothing that you're wearing. That's if the bag isn't fake, which is another story for another day. Why do they keep doing this stuff? Do you guys not think that's funny, innit? It's so stupid. It's like you're obviously wearing the bag just for the logo. Innit? It looks ridiculous. It doesn't match with anything. And you look stupid wearing it. Look, you've got a multicolored bikini with a handbag on. You look stupid. Why are you wearing it for? Because it's got LV on it. Because you think it makes you look like you've got money. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Go to your middle class areas. They don't dress like this. Nobody you don't see people really in Waitrose dressing like... They don't dress like this, man. They don't do that. People who actually have money don't do that. Anyway, let's carry on. Oh, I can't repeat that. Jason Walker. Oh, Jesus. Banged on about Ebanie. Oh, let's have it. Where was Ebanie Bridges? Hold on a minute. We haven't had a look on that for a while, have we? What's going on with Ebanie? She's got no new merchandise. Let's check the Twitter page. Yeah, so Shannon Courtenay is talking about she wants to fight Ebanie Bridges again. Blah, 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 blah. Ebanie don't want to fight Shannon Courtenay because she can't beat Shannon Courtenay because Shannon Courtenay can actually box. I do think Shannon Courtenay's a good boxer. 100%. I do think Shannon Courtenay is actually a good boxer. Here we go. Right, so let's have a look at Ebanie Bridges. Here we go. Yeah, Jay's got the signed gloves from her. Right. Let's have. We've got to be careful not to offend Mark Tibbs here. Friend of the show, Mark Tibbs. Let's just see. Oh, Jesus. Can you believe this shit? Look. Boxer Ebanie Bridges teams up with porn star Kendra Lust. Oh, Jesus. Beautiful stuff. Like I said before, in British boxing, these headlines write themselves, don't they? These headlines literally write themselves. Boxer Ebanie Bridges teams up with porn star Kendra Lust. Hey guys, I'm so excited to announce my partnership with Kendra Lust and Lust Army. Oh, we've got some audio. Oh, fucking hell. British boxing's a fucking clown show, isn't it? Ultra, why don't you start taking women's boxing more seriously? Why don't you start taking women's boxing more seriously, Ultra? It's just the same as men's boxing. It's exactly the same quality. Okay. Press 1 if you can hear this.
Hey guys, I'm so excited to announce my partnership with Kendra Lust and Lust Army. She's a huge combat sports fan and she's an icon for women and female empowerment, which is everything that I stand for. She's amazing and I'm so pumped to have her as part of my journey, part of my team, and on my way to the top. Thanks Kendra, I love you. Lust Army.
There you go, a lovely bit of branding that, isn't it? Complain that everybody sees you as a sex object and want people to take you seriously as a boxer. Next minute was signing deals with porn stars. Ah, dear. British boxing, the sport that just keeps fucking giving. As Richard says there, an icon for women and female. I think I heard somebody on Twitter call her that, by the way. I heard somebody call her that. And I think somebody did say that she's an icon for female empowerment or somewhere along those lines. I mean, I don't know, Ebanie. It's up to you. I'm glad you're making your money. But, I don't know. What are we doing here? Like, are we, what are we? Are we a professional boxer or are we something else? Ebanie Bridges has now announced she's sponsored by Kendra Lust. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. You know what? I love Mark Tibbs to the end of the world. But honestly, I hope that McConnell girl stands this clown on her head, you know. And I do love Mark Tibbs to the end of the earth. Talk to Mark Tibbs a tiny bit on Twitter every now and again. Shout out to Mark Tibbs, but Ebanie Bridges, I can't deal with Ebanie Bridges. Who's the other girl? The actual porn star. What's her name? Ellie Brooke. Ellie Brooke's alright. Ellie Brooke I've got time for because Ellie Brooke, you know, is what she is. She doesn't pretend to be something that she's not. Ellie Brooke is what she is, and she's like, look, I am what I am, and that's what it is. And I box on the side. I've got a lot of respect for what's her name? Ellie Brooke. I've got a lot of respect for her, you know. She just says, look, I am what I am. It is what it is. She doesn't try to pretend to be anything that she's not, you know. So I've got a bit of time for her. It is what it is. Right, let's move on a bit. Let's move on. Only a matter of time before the first boxing sex show. I've got to be careful what I say here. We are starting to blur the lines, aren't we? We are starting to blur the lines. What's going on with McCormack? McCormack's in a 6-rounder with Andino. I'm not really watching it, but I can see Andino with his feet, with his hands by his waist, pot-shotting McCormack. Is McCormack looking like the next big superstar in boxing? Me personally, I'm not watching. All I can see is Eddie Hearn, Barry Hearn, and Nisa Sauerland in the ring. I can see McCormack missing absolutely everything at the minute, and Andino's just strolling around, making him miss and making him look like an absolute clown. But what's going on in that? It is what it is. Hopefully we're going to get some fights in a minute. I appreciate the fact that we've got 90 people watching. If you'd like to be part of the chat, please feel free to subscribe and become part of the chat. If you'd like to hit the like button, please feel free to hit the like button. Oh, we've got not doing too bad, actually. 42 likes, actually. 90 people, 42 likes. I'm hoping when the big fights come on, we'll get a few people. And then after the fights, if people want to come on and chat after the fights, they're welcome to. You know? It could be a long night, this one. Like I said before, we're just getting into it. You know, just getting into it. And after the fights are done, if people want to come on and have a chat, if people want to get a panel going and come on and discuss it, then we can do that. We can do that. Right, let's carry on with TalkSport Boxing then. Yeah, no worries, Jason. If you want to come on, it's not a problem. Anytime. So we've done Courtenay. You know, I can't face the Fury Chisora thing. I think where we are with Fury versus Chisora is I'm just pretending that fight don't exist. Is that fair enough? Fury and Chisora. I'm just pretending it don't exist. It's so painful. Can you imagine if Fury loses, how painful it would be? That'd be called cherrypickinggone.wrong.com, wouldn't it? Cherrypickinggone.wrong.com. Sam Noakes, for those of you who care, is in round 2.5 out of 12. I'm calling Francis Warren first thing in the morning, you know. I'm going to say, Francis, listen, we're all on the same team here, Team Queensberry. But I'm not being funny, Francis, yeah? It's now fucking 9:20 in the middle of the night. And you're forcing me to watch 12 rounds of Sam Noakes. Mate, with all due respect, this has to change. Oh, I think we're getting Wardley now and Gorman. Right, here we go. I think we could be getting our first... Guys, do me a favour. Anybody who mentions the name of any streams, normally that's an automatic ban. Obviously, we haven't been running the show for a little while. So, you know, I'm sure some of you have forgotten. But if anybody mentions the name of any streams, can you just delete your comment, please? Just do me that favour. Because let's put it this way. The boxing and YouTube gods are out for me. And if I say the wrong thing, then these shows in the future are going to be a big problem. Because for some reason, you know, I seem to get targeted when it comes to these things. Should we check? Should we do a bit of AJ watch? We haven't done that in a while, have we? Hold on a minute. I will leave you with the sultry tones of Ebanie Bridges. Let's just see if there's a bit of AJ watch going on. Oh, we haven't seen him at all. We haven't seen him at all. AJ watch. He's gone missing, isn't he? Yes, he hasn't given us any of his... He hasn't stormed into any student dorms. He hasn't been asking for his cousin Bengo. He hasn't been talking about don't shop in white people's shops. We haven't heard anything from Kofi Annan himself, have we? Kofi Annan himself. AJ. Yeah, what? You even heard AJ rapping in the car. When was the last time I heard from AJ, though? Last time I heard from AJ, what was he doing? He was rapping in the car with that Caucasian fella, wasn't he? Am I right about that or am I wrong? Am I lying? Last time I heard from AJ, the man was rapping in the car with that Caucasian fella. This is the last time we heard from this dude. Like, we ain't heard from this dude since then. Like, not a bar. Not a bar. Not a bar since this. Hey, who going first? There's four rappers though. Is this G14? G14, where you at? Put your hand up. And is that cousin Bengo driving? Is that cousin Bengo driving there for AJ? Look like cousin Bengo driving there. Yo, where my cousin Bengo at? G14, stand up. AJ's on it though. He's gonna give us a set, you know, for real. He a real MC though. He got bars. He like, who going first? Who going first? Alright, let's hear this. Let's hear this.
Freestyle Sunday!
Hey, yo, Vanilla Ice needs to turn his mic up. I can't even hear what his brother's saying, though. Come on, bro. He looked like a straight gangster, but I can't hear what he's saying. AJ needs to put the phone close to his mouth so we can hear what Vanilla Ice actually saying.
Freestyle Sunday! This life, but they got no aim. I'm about to speak. Eating up the rhythms like I eat my dinner. Punchy on the mic, you know that I'm a winner. Them boys are some learners, some beginners. When I'm on the mic, you know I really go in. Man, I try to. Anyway, like my dude. When I'm on the mic, man, they're confused. When they ain't doing what we done. If they chat shit, then I'll get the head spun. Yo, who's that dipping in my beamer? Underarm, it's not feeler. I'm a boxer, not a drug dealer. Get a massage cause I need a real healer. Dealing with the man.
Hey, AJ though. What did he say there? I'm a boxer, not a drug dealer. What did he say? Get a massage because I need a healer. Let me hear that one again, though. AJ with them because we could. Vanilla Ice is heavy, but we can't hear what he's saying, though. Hold up. Let me rewind, though. One sec, though.
Yo, who's that dipping in my beamer? Underarm ice, not feeler. I'm a boxer, not a drug dealer. Get a massage because I need a real healer.
I'm a boxer, not a drug dealer. Get a massage because I need a real healer. Yes, AJ.
Chilling with the man on a Sunday. Going cold karting, it's a fun day. Catch me cruising in the Range Rover on the runway. I'm gonna go hard cause it's a Monday. I'm ready for work, get buried in the dirt. My 1-2 combinations will leave a boy hurt.
He got bars. He got bars. Yo, who better, AJ or Akole? Let's get that poll going, man. Hey, you motherfuckers saying you're going to watch Whyte versus Jermaine Dupri over Parker versus Ryder. I'm about to ban 55 people in that poll. Let me end that poll. I pretend that poll don't exist. 55 man in a chat saying that they want to watch, yeah? Dillian Whyte versus Jermaine Dupri. But they don't want to they don't want to watch Ryder Parker. Real bad man going at it. Hold on. Who's the better rapper? You know what? I'm really glad that I started appreciating Anthony Joshua towards the end of his career, you know. I think he's one of the funniest dudes. If Anthony Joshua had been this dude from the start and stopped up with the fake humble shit that he was doing, I would have been an AJ fan from day one. He would have been what he is, a road man. Instead of pretending, yeah, with his fake humble Hugo Boss nonsense. Guys, we've got 103 here, 50 likes. If we can up the likes, that'd be fantastic here. We've got a rap battle on our hands. We've got Anthony Joshua versus Lawrence Akole. Who's the better rapper? Let's continue.
Anyway, like my dude, when I'm on the mic, man, they're confused. When they ain't doing what we done, if they chat shit, they must get their head spun. Yo, who's that dipping in my beamer? Underarm ice, not feeler. I'm a boxer, not a drug dealer. Get a massage cause I need a real healer. Chilling with the man on a Sunday. Going cold karting, it's a fun day. Catch me cruising in the Range Rover on the runway. Gonna go hard cause it's a Monday. I'm ready for work, get buried in the dirt. My 1-2 combinations will leave a boy hurt. Ready to fight, let me grab the fucking mic. I got so much energy, that's why I'm on the hype. Lyrical MC, Anthony, AJBX to the fucking G. Ain't nobody rapping with the clip. We're on a mission, hustling, trying to get so rich.
Nah, AJ's bad, you know. What do you guys think? Yo King wants Akole's bars. Let me get Akole bars up. Hold on. I think AJ better. But that was a freestyle, though, man. I actually think AJ's better than Akole. Akole's got bars. The thing is, yeah, I don't want to get done for doing this, you know. Akole's got them bars, man. Hold up. Let me see this. I don't want to get done with it. Oh. Let me do it. Hold up.
Baby, not life crazy.
But hold up. You gotta remember, Lawrence Akole wrote these bars. Anthony Joshua freestyled his bars. Get the poll. I think AJ's better, but let's hear it.
A rock star. What's life, baby? Not life crazy. She talking about love. No chance, baby. VVS on my smile, baby. AP on my wrist, that's a house, maybe. In Dubai with a whole load of Arabs.
I'm giving it to AJ because Akole's spitting racist bars. What do you think? Akole's spitting racist bars, so he don't get it. In Dubai with a whole load of Arabs? Nah, see, that disqualifies Akole. There's no need to start bringing people race into it, Akole. There's no need to start bringing racism. There's no place for racism in rap music, Lawrence Akole. There's no place for racism in rap music, Lawrence Akole. We've got a World Cup going on in Qatar. I hope they don't see this. Or Akole ain't never coming back. Is Akole in the World Cup? Because they might put his head on the block for this shit. Hold up.
Yes, on my smile, baby. AP on my wrist, that's a house, maybe. In Dubai with a whole load of Arabs.
Nah, there's a World Cup in Qatar. Can't play them bars there. In Dubai with a whole load of Arabs. Why is he pointing at the desert when he's saying that though, as well? Why is he pointing at the desert when he's saying whole load of Arabs? Oh, he's pointing at the sky. He's pointing at the sky. Why? Why? Why is he doing that for? Why is he doing that though? Hey, oh, hand on heart, yeah. I hope no one sees that, you know. I hope no one sees that, you know, because he might have a problem. But listen, he needs to I like AJ. Let's go to the poll. I like AJ. Yeah. Get the votes in quick. Who the better rapper? AJ or Cole? AJ winning by 67%. I got AJ all day. AJ spitting bars, man. John Charleston saying, let it play. I gotta know what he rhyming with Arab. Look, super quick, yeah?
In Dubai with a whole load of Arabs. Did a new chain with a whole load of carrots.
He rhymed carrots with Arabs. There you go. We've been through this 1,000,001 times, yeah? There you go. Yeah, ABB, exactly. Yeah. If you could delete that comment, ABB, that'd be great. But that's the kind of rap that I'd expect from Lawrence Okole. I'm surprised. Oh, Nathan Gorman, is he coming to the ring? We're getting ready for Gorman and thing, but it is what it is. Yeah, Charles Martin. Now, Charles Martin had bars though, man. What are you talking about, Charles Martin? He had bars, bro. He had big bars, man. Hold on. Let's see if we can do this. But he had bars. Lady, do you want to ride in my Mercedes? Is that the one? Hold on. Is it this one?
Look, you want to know about MMA and fight and combat sports?
No, hold on.
Out in the third round, nigga, bring boxing. You know what boxing need to do?
Nah. They ain't bars. He's going crazy. Where's Charles Martin? He did that rap like last year. He did that rap. If anybody can find that, let me know. He can rap. He's heavy. What does he call himself? Charles Martin got his own label called Gorgeous Villain Records, man. Gorgeous Villain Records, bro. What do you know about that, Charles Martin? Hold on, it might be on Twitter. I'll try and find it. It might be on Twitter. Lady, do you want to ride in my Mercedes? Those them Charles Martin bars. Gorman and Wardley are about to get in the ring for the British heavyweight title. So we're doing our first big fight of the night. I'm just going to try and find Charles Martin freestyle. I know it's on Twitter. He's a real trap star, though. He's a real trap star. He's a real trap star. Nah, no one can find it. All right, it is what it is. What about Wilder? We've done Wilder's song. Wilder's not, you know. Wilder's going into R&B. We're talking about trappers here, man. We're talking about trappers. Like AJ is a trapper. Yeah. Charles Martin's a trapper. Lawrence Okole is a trapper. Like we're talking about trap stars, man. Deontay Wilder want to get into that whole R&B auto-tune shit. The nigga's up in the fucking Bahamas auto-tuning his voice. Got me in the mood, babe. Something in the groove, babe. Got me in the mood, babe. Wilder's on a different level, man. Wilder up on the Bahamas auto-tuning the man voice. They auto-tune the voice of the most dangerous man in all of fight sports, in my opinion. He's the most dangerous puncher in all of fight sport. And they took the man to the Bahamas to auto-tune the man voice. Got me in the mood, babe. Got me in the groove, babe. Got me in the mood, baby. Right, Gorman is coming to the ring, not accompanied by Tyson Fury, because it seems like Tyson Fury forgot about that motherfucker a long time ago. Shout out to Fraser Clark, who is also in the crowd. You know Fraser Clark? They couldn't even let Fraser Clark sit ringside. I don't know if you guys saw that. Fraser Clark's at the entrance. Carpo saying Gorman's got 2 stone over Wardley. Mate, if he can't beat Fabio Wardley, that's it for him. Not being funny. Listen, shout out to all your white collar boxers. These people don't understand. Like, guys like Fabio Wardley, yeah, and Lennox Clark. Shout out to Lennox Clark. If you know about boxing, you know about that Lennox Clark. dangerous man. He lost to Mark Keffron for the British title, but we know about Lennox Clark. These guys are repping it for white collar boxers, you know, because there's been a bit of a conception that white collar boxers are no good. But you've seen now a couple of these white collar boxers are now starting to break through. Fabio Wardley started in white collar, and he's fighting opposition that's been at world level. There's Dillian Whyte there giving the fist bump to Fabio Wardley there, and then he's gone back there. Dillian Whyte hasn't got his gloves on, by the way. So, just before I find it interesting, Dillian Whyte there backstage there with Fabio Wardley. It's 9:30 in the night, and Dillian Whyte ain't got his gloves on. So, shout out to Jermaine Franklin's cornerman. You want to be keeping an eye on Dillian's hand wraps and gloves. He ain't wrapped them up yet. Make sure he's wearing the agreed gloves, yeah? Make sure you don't turn up to the ring wearing something he's not supposed to be wearing. Dillian backstage like no gloves and wraps on. Boy, let me tell you, if I was in Jermaine Franklin's corner, I'd be watching White like a hawk, mate. I'd be watching White like a hawk. I'd be like, have you seen it? It's 9:30. Dillian Whyte still ain't got his wraps on. It's 9:30. Send someone out to watch him. I'd be like, nah. Send someone round to his changing rooms. It's 20 to 10. It's 20 to 10. He still ain't got his wraps on. Send someone in quick. That's what I'll be doing, innit? Fabio Wardley is coming to the ring to fight Nathan Gorman. It is what it is. Mark Stanton says, I like Wardley, but he's had some iffy fight. And yeah, well, we know Eric Molina. The Eric Molina versus Fabio Wardley fight was very, very interesting indeed. I'd love to see the betting lines for that fight. I think someone might have had a bet on themselves in that fight. Let's put it this way. I think someone might have done Ivan Toney. Fabio Wardley is in the ring currently. I think at the minute we're going to get some big fights because Sam Noakes has just knocked out his opponent. So who's next on the Queensbury card? I mean, I'm supposed to be employed by Queensbury, so I kind of should know this. Not a good look, is it? When you don't even know who's on your fucking employee's card, right? But have a look at this shit and see what the running order is. Who we got next after Noakes? Hold on. Hey, Queensbury. I want Queensbury. I don't even tell him. Oh, Shiraz. We've got Hamza Shiraz, isn't it? Is it Big Shiraz? Hey, Shiraz is a genuine talent. Gary Harrison says, what the fuck is going on with Dillian? He seems fragile and angry. When's Dillian Whyte not been angry? That'll be my question to you. When have you ever seen Dillian Whyte not angry? I think that would be a more suitable question to ask, right? When have you ever seen Dillian Whyte not angry? I haven't. It is what it is. Just getting this up here. Bear with me. I'm just getting the fight screen up. Oh, fucking hold on. Forget this. Here we go. Whyte and Franklin. Bosh. Drag this up on the screen. Right, here we go. Whyte and Franklin, but hopefully they'll have on the literally on the card underneath, they'll have Wardley and Gorman. Here we go. So this is the fight that we're currently tuning into at the minute. Wardley and Gorman. Counterpunch said Fabio looks like a British Alan Babbage. Again, Dillian is sticking plasters over his chin. Fuck. That's terrible. Dillian Whyte is sticking plaster on his chin. Oh, Ebanie Eubank's in the crowd. There you go. Not sitting next to Frank Smith. Don't you find that ironic? No lie. Ebanie Eubank is in the crowd at tonight's fight. She's not sitting front row with Frank Smith. Can you blame her? In all honesty. Hey, PG, what's going on? I've got Wardley. People are asking me who have you got in this fight, Wardley or Gorman. I've got who gives a fuck, to be honest with you. But look, I'll pretend I'm interested, for the show. It is what it is. But really, I couldn't give a shit. Where's Frank? Frank's got back problems, so nobody will be seeing Frank until next. I don't even know if Frank will be able to make Chisora and Fury because Frank's got back problems. That's why Frank hasn't been on TV. Toby Play says Wardley within 6. Wardley knocking out Gorman within 6. Really? If that happens, I think we need to start piss testing people. Do you not think? If Wardley's knocking out Gorman within 6 rounds, I think we need to start doing piss tests. Would you agree with that? I don't know where that's coming from. Right, we've got the Iron Man, David Diamante. aka Unbreakable. Big shout out to David Diamante. David Diamante, aka Unbreakable there. The Unbreakable man, currently in the ring. With his back cast on. After nearly, well, the less said about that, the better. Right, here we go. Let's have a listen to this shit. Oh, spam, get rid of that. Block this wanker. Right, let's get rid of that. Yeah, Unbreakable. You guys like that? The Diamante. Diamante, aka the $6 billion man, because everything he does, he's made out of fucking adamantium, innit? Alright, let's have a look at this fucking garbage. Round 1 of 12. Couldn't they have made this a 6-rounder? Fucking hell. Why we gotta sit through 12 rounds of this shit? Good jab to start off from Gorman. I think he got landed a decent left hook as well. Fabio Wardley is a very, very good boxer. So let me get my mic closer. Fabio Wardley is a very, very good boxer for somebody who, honestly, who went from white collar, not a lot of amateur or no amateur experience, straight into the pro game. He's a very good boxer. And it shows that, white collar boxing is, it's not the greatest in the world, but, you get some good fighters there. I've seen some good fighters. I've seen some white collar fighters who are better than some of the amateur fighters I've seen, to be honest. Good double jab there from Gorman. It is what it is. Just looking at the setup here. Gorman leading off with the jab. So far, 2 minutes and 7 seconds to go in round 1. I'm giving this round so far to Gorman. Gorman there. Being the big man, getting behind the jab. Ooh. Fabio, they're exchanging big shots up close there. Fabio Wardley came out of the clinch on Gorman and he was exchanging big left and right hooks. Gorman seemed to cover up and take them well. The size difference is interesting because you can see in Gorman when they're in the clinches, heavier man leaning over him. That could be quite interesting for the fight if the fight goes the distance. That could be quite interesting to see if the fight goes the distance. Chris is saying we've got Shiraz and Wilson Benn. I've got both on either screen. So we've got Shiraz on one screen in a minute and we'll have Wardley and Gorman on the other. That uppercut, right uppercut there from Gorman just missed. He's been very dodgy with the elbow and the referee hasn't spotted that. But Gorman's jab so far has been the shot of the night so far. And that's a very good right uppercut there from Nathan Gorman. Right uppercut straight up the middle. Lifted his head up there, landed clean. Flush uppercut there. You can see there Gorman again throws that jab, right uppercut up the middle. And just partially blocked there by Gorman, but it looked like it partially got through. It's a good start there. See how Wardley reacts to them jabs. Wardley's still pushing forward on the front foot, so it doesn't look like the power's deterring him in any way, shape or form, to be honest, from Gorman. Because Wardley's the one who's pushing the fight and loading up. I don't like the power is determining Gorman at all. Gorman there with a lovely combination off the jab. Just throws that jab and then he throws a right left hook to the body and comes back up with the uppercuts to the head there. Fabio Wardley's been hit with the uppercut quite a few times in this first round. Like I said, uppercut for me is one of the hardest shots. For me, it's one of the hardest shots to land in the boxing ring. Like, people who don't box don't understand how... Oh, that's a lovely right uppercut again from Gorman there. It's another right uppercut. And again, like I said before, tells me straight away, if you're in Fabio Wardley's corner, you need to be talking about getting your head off them line and using angles because, your head... You can see he's falling. His head is falling down the line for them uppercuts. Gorman's looking for the uppercut every single time off that jab. He comes in off that jab, backs Wardley up, looking to set that right uppercut up right through the middle every time. So Wardley needs to change something about the head position or do something different or feint or throw off his timing or do something different. You see there in when Wardley that time there, towards the end of the round, Wardley tried closing him down. And when Wardley threw that jab to the body, Wardley made sure to turn his head away. You see that? Wardley dipped to his right-hand side there to avoid the uppercut. So maybe he's already started making that adjustment there. Right towards the end, Wardley just started pushing it on him. He went for the jab to the body, and he made sure to take his head off the line and made sure to dip his head over to the right side. Keeps getting hit with a right uppercut. They've got the replays on DAZN. Yeah, he's getting hit with for good 3 or 4 uppercuts in this first round, leaving his head there right down on the centre line, attacking, and no defensive responsibility there whatsoever. Now, you can see him in that high guard. Left his head down the middle and Gorman just brought the uppercut right up through the elbows and caught him flush on the chin, flush on the nose. Dangerous shot, break a nose like that. Very, very easy. And Gorman was going to double it up as well. Gorman was going to doubling him up on the uppercut. So he fancied the job, didn't he? It's very, very... To come out round 1 and start landing lead right uppercuts or right uppercuts off a jab in round 1. Maybe he's seen something. Because it's a very, very hard shot to land. To go out into a fight for a British title and land them kind of shots in the first round. It's very talented. Wardley's continuing to push forward on the front foot. Gorman was the one pushing on the back foot, but Gorman then steps into range and heats things up. Let's see if Fabio Wardley's learnt anything about this jab from Gorman. His problems are coming because he can't stop the jab from Gorman. If he can find a way to close off and stop the jab from Gorman, then he's got a chance of doing something in this fight. But the problem is Gorman's been able to pick him off with that jab and step in behind the jab and throw combinations off it. So we'll see what happens there. We know Wardley's got a very, very low left hand. We know Wardley's got low left hand syndrome. Mark Stanton is saying nose is gone. That uppercut was horrific, the one he took. Gorman looks very comfortable. Whenever Wardley's trying to get up close and unload with left and rights to the body, Gorman's just absorbing them, not in a very economical style. If you look at Gorman, he's composed in there. That's a word that my old coach Paddy Fitzpatrick used to use a lot in the gym, composure. Very composed in the gym. And he looked for that right uppercut there again and he missed it, but there was a right hook that came after it. Left hook. Wardley's in a lot of distress, you know. He's in big trouble. Right uppercut. Fabio Wardley's in a world of trouble in this fight. He was hurt off a jab. He walked himself into a jab, walked himself into an overhand right. I think his nose may have been broken. Should I tell you how you know Fabio Wardley's in massive trouble? Because you see him now, he's trying to come up with what we call the last salvo. You know when a guy is hurt and they try and punch themselves out of trouble? Fabio Wardley knocked Nathan Gorman down. What a shot! Wow! Right hand over the top. Gorman is hurt because you can see he's looking to the corner. He was in major control. Fabio Wardley was in a whole heap of trouble in that second round. I thought he was the one who was going to get knocked down. He tried to punch himself. That was what you call a last salvo because he was in huge trouble. He's got a terrible cut on his eye. His nose looks like it's broken. He was in a horrendous trouble. Oh, big right hand from Wardley. Gorman nearly goes down. Wardley's nose is broken. His nose is destroyed. Can Gorman stay in it? If he can stay in it, he can win this fight off the jab alone. But he's in big trouble. You know, if Wardley looks at the uppercut, he can get him. Good left hook from Gorman. Good right hand from Gorman to try and keep him off. The uppercut's there for Wardley. If you look at Gorman's head, Gorman's dipping down to try and avoid the hooks and he's not looking where he's going. So Gorman's trying to go under the hooks. Fabio Wardley's coming with left and right hooks, overhand rights. Gorman's trying to duck underneath them. But if you look, yeah, Gorman is not looking. His head position's gone. He's hurt. Down again. I still think Gorman can get out of this round. 20 seconds left in the round. Can he compose himself? What a turnaround there. Unbelievable because Wardley to me looked done in that round. But 2 big knockdowns. But can you see that cut is so bad. The nose is bad. He's trying to end it right now. Gorman, let's see what Gorman can do. Gorman's back in it. You can tell he's got his senses above him now because he went for the jab uppercut. That was a good round from Fabio Wardley. A lot of heart. Do you know what? It's very funny because I think what Fabio Wardley did was very, very dangerous because you could see he was hurt in that fight. The uppercut from Gorman broke his nose. He was very, very badly hurt. And I said, you know, I thought Wardley's done here because you can see what he's trying to do when fighters are done and they know they're on the way out and they're getting hurt. Some fighters will try and punch themselves out of trouble and give it a last stand, a last Hail Mary. And Wardley came out and it was a shot right across. It looked like it didn't even look like the temple. Let's have a look. Oh, it was flush on the chin. Wardley with just a right hand and he just broke the guard. Gorman thought he had it covered. It was a right hand, yeah. Gorman thought he had it covered and it just landed flush on the chin. And this is heavyweight boxing. What do you guys think? I've still got Gorman as the favourite, believe it or not, in this fight. Simply because the nose of Wardley is dreadful. That nose is absolutely dreadful. Lord knows, I don't know, we'll have breathing problems. We're 2 minutes 56 into round 3. What a fight so far. So with Gorman, if you're Gorman at the minute, what you need to be doing is concentrating on slipping to your left-hand side because you know Wardley's looking for the overhand right, straight right hand. You can see Wardley is going on instinct. Wardley's looking to time Gorman. So Wardley's looking to throw the overhand right hand down the middle. So you can see with the way Wardley's shaping up. You see how Wardley holds his jab hand out? He's priming him for the right hand. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Press one if you understand. Can you see how Wardley's got that jab hand out? And if you look at the way he's twisting his hips and arcing his body, he's looking for the right hand straight down the middle. You can see what shot Wardley's looking for. He's telegraphing that right hand. So if you're Gorman, you know where you need to be slipping. You need to be slipping to the outside of that right hand because you know what Wardley's looking for. You can see Wardley's got that right hand cocked right on his chin. And you can see from the position of his jab hand. Can you see the way he's shaped up? The way his shoulders, the way his body's shaped up. There's only one shot he's looking for. Right hand over the top or right hand through the middle. So if you're Nathan Gorman now, you want to survive, you want to be jabbing, but you also want to be getting your feet in a position now to slip to your left hand side. Because that's what Wardley will be doing. And when Wardley throws that right hand, slip to the outside, you can throw your own counter shot. Slip to the outside, throw a counter. But look at Wardley. Wardley's telegraphing what he's doing. You can know what Wardley's doing. He's looking for that. He's looking for that right hand, straight down the middle, straight over the top. He's not fainting behind it because he's hurt. This is what I'm saying. He's a hurt fighter. He's fighting on instinct right now. He's a hurt fighter. So we'll have to see. 1 minute 33 to go in the third round. So if you're Gorman, jab, adjust your feet, and get ready to slip to that outside. Good body shot from Wardley. There it is. Wardley closed him down on the ropes, went for the right, and that's another right hand. Oh, that's it. This one's over. What a shot from Wardley. Right hand through the guard. Gorman's down. They're going to let him continue, but it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. You've got to give Fabio Wardley credit for this. Heart of a lion. Got to give him credit for this. Right hand down the middle. Again from Gorman. You know what shots it is, but he's hurt. He's hurt. And that guard's a real problem from Gorman because his guard is wide open down that middle. If you look at his guard, there's a nice little gap down that middle. And that's what Fabio Wardley's doing. Fabio Wardley's punching right through that gap. I'd love to see Gorman adjust that guard because you know what? The towel's been thrown in for what? What's he throwing the towel in for? What the fuck is going on there? Why would you throw the towel in? 20 seconds left in the third round. And the man's got a broken nose. Why would you throw the towel in? Jesus. That's a good performance there from Fabio Wardley. But I question now, what do you guys think about the towel being thrown in? I'm just trying to take a look at the guard. Top of the head on Gorman, not even the chin. Top of the head. And you could see what shot Wardley was looking for. Let's see how he gets it through. You know what? I will say this. It was a little. If you look at that final knockdown from Wardley, there was a little bit of boxing IQ on that final knockdown from Wardley. Because if you see what Wardley does, can you see what he does? When he throws his jab, he opens up Gorman's guard. Can you see what he does? So he throws that jab and he plants that jab there and he breaks Gorman's guard with the jab and then he fits the right hand in. So if you look at that little jab he throws a lovely little jab in between Gorman's gloves and he leaves his jab hand there and then he pulls the jab hand out and puts the right hand through. It was a lovely little shot. Nice little bit of boxing IQ there from Wardley there. He used the jab there and he threw that jab and he broke Gorman's guard. So he threw that jab, left the jab hand in between Gorman's gloves, pulled the jab hand out and then put the right hand in the gap. So he created a gap with his jab. That was a little bit of cleverness there from Fabio Wardley. That was a nice little bit of boxing IQ. He used the jab there to open up Gorman's guard, created a gap. He took the jab hand out, and as soon as he took the jab hand out, he placed that right hand right through the gap, right on the chin. That towel is so questionable. I have to be honest with you. I'm not saying Gorman would have gone on to win the fight, but I'm just saying, with 20 or 30 seconds left in the fight, and Fabio Wardley's got a broken nose, I don't understand why you would throw the towel in. Wouldn't you at least let Gorman get up and get back to the corner? Or am I just being a hater? What do you think about that towel? Let's get your comments. Richard says, Gorman still had his senses about him. Looked gutted when he saw the towel. Should have given him more time. I'm not saying he would have won the fight, but there's 20 seconds left in the fight. It's a heavyweight fight. He's broken Fabio Wardley's nose. So it's not one-way traffic in this fight. He's broken Wardley's nose, right? 30 seconds left in a round. For me, I'm at least letting him get back to the corner. Have a look in his eyes. Is he steady? Does he want to continue? And say to him, look, you've got one more round out there. And if you don't get it done, the fight's over. But to throw the towel in with 20 or 30 seconds left at the end of the round, that is bizarre. What do you guys think about that? That towel was bizarre. I want to see what they're saying on Twitter. Let's have a look and see what they're seeing on Twitter. Fantastic fight there. How do you feel about Wardley now? He's clearly not going to be a world champion. Would we agree on that with Wardley? A quality fighter. And he shows, look, white-collar boxing, amateur boxing, white-collar boxing. What Fabio Wardley shows, right? You're either a good fighter or you're not. That's the truth of it, you know. I hear a lot of people, you know, turn down their nose on white-collar boxing. Yeah, a lot of it is garbage. But the bottom line of it is, whether you're white-collar or whether you're amateur, you're either a good boxer or you're not. And Nathan Gorman had a bit of pedigree, didn't he? And Fabio Wardley came from white collar. And Fabio Wardley tonight showed the better IQ in the ring than Gorman. That was a lovely little right hand to finish. Used his jab to create the gap. Pulled the jab out and then planted the right hand right in the gap, right on the chin. It was a quality finish. But fuck me, that towel was very dubious. Let's have a look here. Just having a look. Corner ended it too early. I agree with this guy here. Great fight from Wardley. I think Wardley's been fantastic considering the lack of pedigree. Fantastic, but yeah, I think one thing we've learned from this fight is that Fabio Wardley isn't going to be a world champion. I mean, would you put Fabio Wardley in the ring with Daniel Dubois next? What do you guys think about that fight? Wardley and Dubois. What do you think? Is it, you never know Dubois, but Wardley and Dubois. I mean, you'd worry, wouldn't you? You'd worry for Wardley, wouldn't you? Good fight, but the towel was a joke. The right fellas he missed. Let's have a look. It hit him on the nose, that final right hand. It was I mean... Let's have a look. No, it was right on the chin. Right on the chin. Fantastic punch. Fantastic. Jason Walker thinks Dubois destroys Wardley. What do you guys think about Wardley? What's Wardley's level? Listen, I think for a guy to go from white collar to British champion, I just think that's a fantastic achievement in itself. David Hay, the traitor, is now on DAZN with Adi Oladipo. I thought the Haymaker, fresh out of his court appearance there, fresh off his court appearance for assault. He didn't assault anybody, by the way, and they proved that in court. Shout out to David Hay. David Hayes cheating on BT Sport. He's now on DAZN. I've got Hamza Shiraz in the other corner. How old is Wardley? I think Wardley's in his 30s, isn't he? I could be wrong. Carpo says he's not ready for... I'm just saying, Wardley isn't... What fights would you like to see Big Fabio in next? What big fights would you like to see Fabio Wardley in next? What fights can they make? Wardley and Chisora. Why not? I was watching on BT screen. I see Shiraz is doing what Shiraz does. Shiraz is out there doing a job on BT Sport, walking the guy down. So I've got Shiraz on the other side. I think Shiraz is one of the best prospects in Britain. Fabio Wardley ringside with Ben Davison. Let's have a listen. Actually, can we get this on? Don't want to get done, but let me see if we can have a listen. I want to hear what Fabio Wardley's got to say. Tremendous support. Fabio versus Lucas Brown. Listen, come onto the zone. Oh, Adelaide, no. What do you guys think? You got to think what Wardley's levels above Adelaide. I mean, Adelaide wants to fight, didn't he? What do you guys think about Fabio Wardley versus Adelaide? I mean, you'd have to fancy Wardley, wouldn't you? Wardley's had tons more seasoning than Adelaide. But Adelaide's a heavy puncher. Can I ask you guys a question? Who do you think's a heavier puncher? Just by having a look. Who do you think might punch harder? Adelaide or Gorman? Toby Player's saying Adelaide nowhere near ready. You wouldn't think so, would you? But Adelaide wants belts, didn't he? I don't think he's ready for Wardley. He needs a couple of fights, didn't he? But Adelaide, I've got a funny feeling Adelaide is going to be more of a puncher than Gorman. Oh my gosh, Shiraz has got Wilson Bent finished. Oh my word. Jesus, look at the state of River Wilson Bent's eye. Hams Shiraz in just a demolition job. Counter Punch says Adelaide lost to Solokowski. He did, really, but if the truth be told, if you look at Adelaide recently, it looks like he's turned the corner. I watched David Adelaide's last fight, and he looks like he's on a completely different level to the level he was fighting at when he fought Solokowski. Adelaide, in terms of his punch selection, his relaxation in the boxing ring, Adelaide looks way better for me in his last fight than he's looked at any point in his career. Honestly, I was very impressed with Adelaide's last performance. He looked, actually, for the first time in his career, he looked like a guy who, to me, might be able to live up to some of the hype. He needs time, but he looks like a very, very heavy puncher. But yeah, no, right now, you'd have to go with Wardley. Hamza Shiraz on BT Sport has done an absolute demolition job in 2 rounds, by the way. This poor lad's eye is battered. I mean, Shiraz really is one of the best prospects in the country. Someone's saying Johnny Fisher. Jesus fucking Christ. Hold on, let me get this on. You can see Eddie Hearn here. How he's still allowed to promote fights after what happened with Conor Benn, boggles the mind, really. But let's have a listen.
And that's why Gorman started very well, and Fabio was buzzed in the second round, but every time we see him buzz, he comes back with a vengeance. And that was stuff, like I said, that pedigree means nothing when you've got the ability to do that. And that was a real good heavyweight performance from someone that's still learning. It's a massive achievement to win a British title from that background. But I really feel
I agree.
The beginning. You know, and I think he's going to keep evolving in the gym. Robert's done something.
I agree with Eddie Hearn, to be honest. I think what Eddie Hearn's saying is fair. It's a massive achievement for Fabio Wardley. You know? And, you know, it shows, you know. All this white collar versus amateur shit. We all know amateurs far better than white collar. We know that. But at the end of the day, Fabio Wardley, Lennox Clark, both British champions. These guys are living proof. Either you can box or you can't box. Either you can fight or you can't fight. All this amateur shit is irrelevant. I've seen a bunch of guys. I sparred with a guy. I'm a lot bigger, to be fair. I sparred with a guy a couple months ago. I'm a lot bigger than the guy, to be honest. So it wasn't fair, right? But it wasn't a hard spar. But I sparred with a guy. He had about 25 amateur fights. He had 25 amateur fights. I had about 10 kilos on him, though, to be fair. So I had 10 plus kilos on him. So it wasn't a fair fight. But 10 plus kilos, he had 25 amateur fights, maybe more. And he's having more, right? And I fucking pinged his head around. And I had no fights. You can either fight or you can't. You can either box or you can't. John Smith. Wardley versus Hughie Fury. I agree. What do you guys think about that? Let's do it. That's a great fight, isn't it? What do you guys think? Crossroads fight. Wardley versus Hughie Fury. What do you think about that? I'll do that in a heartbeat. And if Fury can't beat Wardley, it's retirement time. Press 7 if you agree. Press 8 if you disagree. Wardley versus Ultra Let's Spar. Do you know what? If I ever get better, I've got some serious problems. I haven't really been to the gym. I've only been to the gym once in 2 months. But do you know what? I'd fucking love to, you know. The thing about YouTube is, I don't want people to know who I am. But if there was ever a way to do it where I can meet people and have a friendly spar without cameras and stuff, I'll do it in a heartbeat. I love it. I love it. And I'm rubbish. There's plenty of people better than me. I'm rubbish, but it is what it is, isn't it? I'm rubbish, but I have my moments, innit? I have my moments. If Hughie lets his hands go. No, Hughie versus Wardley. I'm up for that. Let's do it. And if Hughie Fury doesn't monitor gym chess hunt any Saturday. Yeah, I think I'm a bit far from you. Where's that? Chess hunt. Oh, I probably wouldn't do it. I'm trying to stay anonymous. So I'll probably have to duck you in that. But I don't even know where chess hunt is. Oh, Hertfordshire. Oi. Up the Hertfordshire lot. Yeah. I don't know, mate. I don't know if I'll come to chess hunt to get my head smashed in. Monster gym. Fucking hell, Jesus. Did they go at it today? I'll probably get smashed to pieces, mate. It is what it is. But, yeah. How I do it is I spar in a... So, recall. How it works with me is I have a 24-hour gym. And it's got a boxing ring in it. So, a couple of friends, we just ring each other up and just do a bit of sessions. Do you know what I mean? 24-hour gym, but it's got a boxing ring in it. Call some of my amateur mates and just have a bit of a move around. Do you know what I mean? But it is what it is. But recall boxing, I might have to duck you because chess hunt's a bit far and you look a bit dangerous for me. And I've had 0 fights, so it might be, you know, I might end up like Nathan Gorman. But we'll see. You might do a Fabio Wardley on me. Let's get a poll for Whyte versus Franklin. Oh, Jesus. Whyte versus Jermaine Dupree. Are we still talking about this fucking fight? Or what? Lamb Chop says, don't really rate Dubois. He punches like he's got a 4-4 beat. Now, I'm new to boxing. Oh, I don't know. That's interesting, isn't it? Do you know what we call boxing? Honestly, I just want to get... You know what? Let me not talk no more. But let me tell you something right now. Honestly, right? If I did not have a YouTube channel and I didn't have so many nut jobs trying to dox me and find out, I'd fucking love it. I'd love to, mate. I've got a couple of friends who box amateur. And we all meet up. And we all do it. Not hard, because they'll kill me. But we have a go. Do you know what I mean? We have a go. Right. How are we rating Fabio Wardley's performance tonight out of 10? Let's get back to the show. Fabio Wardley's performance out of 10. What are we giving it? Toby plays versus Ultra. The people want it. No, I keep telling you, Toby, you'll knock me out. I'm ducking you. You'll knock me out. You're too good for me, Toby. You're too good for me. Have you had any fights yourself? No. Do you know what? Hand on heart, I'm probably a bit too old. Now I'm too ill. We'll talk about that on another episode. Now I'm too ill, but I did think about it a couple months ago, you know. I was in really good shape, and I did think about it a couple of months ago. I did think about it. My problem is I can't take a punch. That's my problem. My only problem is not boxing. I can box. Eat all day, every day. I actually can box. I've got technical ability and skill. But boxing is never the problem for me. The problem becomes when it becomes a shootout, like a proper fight. I can't take shots. That's my problem. If it's boxing, I can box all day. All day. Not a problem. I've been told I'm too good for white collar. That's what I've been told. No disrespect, but I've been told I'm too good for white collar. I've been told, like, I've even been told not to do white collar because I'll get matched with somebody really difficult for my first fight. That's what I was told. They said, if you do, think about you is Ultra. They said, if you do white collar, they see you box, they're going to match you with somebody very hard. Even though you've never had a fight. Because of, you know, it is what it is. But I've been boxing for 7 years, though. So it is what it is. Oh, Gunay's here. Hi from Turkey. Oh, Gunay's here. Hold on, Gunay. Let's do it for Gunay. Hold on. Let's do it for Gunay. Let's do it for Gunay. Give me a sec. Gunay knows what's coming. Because Gunay's going to ask for it, innit? So, let's do it for Gunay. Where's Gunay at? Alright, Gunay. Before you ask, here it is.
You are the same shit like Uncle Joshua. A man is a man. When you say Joshua is out, he's out. You told everyone you want to fight me. Now you are like a duck. Take the fight, Fury.
You told everyone, Fury. You told everyone you want to fight me. Now you like duck. There you go, Gunay. Shout out to Gunay from Turkey. There you A man is a man. When you say Joshua is out, he is out. Pussiwa. Pussiwa.
A man is a man. When you say Joshua is out, he is out. You told everyone you want to fight me. Now you are like a duck.
Big shout out to Turkey. I used to spar with a lad from Turkey. He was a fucking truck. He's a fucking truck, he was. Absolute truck. He was massive. He was an absolute truck. I used to spar with him. And we did go at it. We did used to put them in. We used to put the shots in, man. Fucking hell. And he was bigger than me as well. He was quite muscular as well. We used to put the fucking shots in. We'll see. Let's carry on. So, what are we giving Wardley for tonight's performance? Let's have a look. Shevon's giving Wardley 9 out of 10. Yeah, why not? Yeah, can we go with that? He showed heart. He was under serious adversity. And he showed heart. You know, you can't teach heart in a boxing gym. If you could, I'd be boxing. Simple as that. Can't teach heart in a boxing ring. If you could, I'd have fights under me. Let's get to it. Toby's saying they've got Sweet Caroline on. Where? I'm watching both cards in a minute. Where are they doing that at? Thank you, Gunay. I appreciate it. There you go, yeah. Right, what's up next then? So Shiraz has done a demolition job. Would you say that's the end of Nathan Gorman? For anybody who gives a shit now? What would you say? Or are we going to see Gorman versus Adelaide? What do you guys think about that fight? Gorman versus Adelaide. That's the time for that is right now, isn't it? It's a good fight, isn't it, for Adelaide? Gorman versus Adelaide. Get them in the ring and let's see. That would be a great fight to do next. What do you think? That would be a nice little development fight for Adelaide. Adelaide's saying he wants titles, he wants belts. Get him in the ring with Gorman. I don't think he's going to perform better than Wardley per se, but I think he might get Gorman out of there. What do you guys think? How do you guys have got that going? Gorman and Wardley. Oh, Lord. Jermaine Franklin. I think it's main event time here. See, this is what I'm saying, yeah? Would I like to see Eddie Hearn out of boxing? Yeah, I would. But Eddie Hearn keeps delivering me cards on Prime. So look at this, like 10 o'clock now. See, Matchroom know how to do timings, don't they? Innit? Wouldn't Matchroom know how to do their timings? It's now 10:10 at night, and I've got Jermaine Dupri coming to the ring. Do you know what I mean? Jermaine Dupri coming to the ring with Jagged Edge. What's that song, Chevon? Whoa, 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 whoa. I like that. I like that. Da-da-da-da-da. What song is that? That remix, Jermaine Dupri, that remix he did with Jagged Edge. Whoa, 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 whoa. Da-da-da-da. You know what I'm talking about, Chev. What tune is that, though? Yeah, yeah. I like that. I like that. What tune is that, though? Is that I like that? Let me see that, though. Jermaine Dupri walk into the ring, yeah? To get filled in by Dillian Whyte. But it ain't coming up here. What's the name of the song? Houston. Let me hear this shit. Oh, it is. Shout out. It is the one, though. Houston featuring Chingy, Nate Dogg, and I-20. Is that the song? So was Jermaine Dupri not in that? I thought he was, though. Maybe I got it wrong. Maybe I got it wrong. Gune is saying Gorman the gatekeeper. Prabesh is saying Gorman was a prospect 2 years back. Now he's a gatekeeper. Looks like a watermelon. This man, call it. Jermaine Franklin's coming to the ring. Let me get this. Let me see what tune he got. Hold on. With Jermaine Franklin coming to the ring, though. Hold up.
In his career, a professional career which is 7 years old, and it's only his second contest in 3 years, and his first ever in the professional ranks outside of the USA.
I can't hear shit. Can anybody hear Jermaine Franklin's walk-on tune? I can't hear nothing. All I can hear is the air conditioning going on down at this O2 Arena. I think what's going on is nobody's turned up, but they ain't sold no tickets, so they turn up the air conditioning really loud. For the fan man, Dillian Whyte. You know the fan man? How ironic is it? The fan man, Dillian Whyte's coming out. The fan man. And that's why they got the air conditioning on for Dillian. Because you know Dillian likes hitting that fresh air. Dillian the fresh air man Whyte. Dillian out here hitting more fresh air than a Dyson fan, you know. Whoosh. Whoosh. Remember what Dillian Whyte's last appearance, innit? Dillian Whyte's last appearance down at fucking Wembley Arena. Told everybody he coming in for maximum violence. Jumped to the ring and all you hear is whoosh. 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 Do you know what I mean? Dillian keeping the audience cool. I tell you, there's one fight I want to be ringside for, it's Dillian Whyte. Because I know, innit? Ringside for Dillian Whyte, you know the air temperature going to be nice and stable. Your air side there. When you're ringside for a Dillian Whyte fight. You ain't got to worry about the air temperature being too high. But Dillian out here conditioning the air. Conditioning the air with them fucking left and right hooks. Whoosh, whoosh. Here he is now. Here he is. The can man returns. He pushed me. Pushed me. What will Dillian Whyte's excuses be tonight? Here he comes to the ring with his enabler, Eddie Hearn. Let's have a listen. Is he going to howl? Or has he stopped it? Has Tyson Fury knocked the howling out of him? There is definitely nobody in the arena because you can actually hear the air conditioner over the fighters. I'm not even joking, but let's hear it. Let's hear it. If he howls, then the WBC should reinstate him as the mandatory. If he howls. If he doesn't howl, he should be dropped by all rankings. I'm only watching this fight because I want to hear him. I want to hear him go. Woo! Let's hear it. Hold on. Oh, here you go. No one's cheering. Comped Arena, obviously. Look at this. No one's cheering in Comped Arena. You can hear the air conditioning in the background. Right, let's hear it. Got the Jaws music. Is he going to howl? Press 1 if you think he will howl. Press 2 if you don't. Will he howl? Quickly. Yes or no? Will he do it? There's the crowd cheering. Is he going to do it? Is he going to howl? Toby's saying yes he will. Recall Boxing saying he will. Chevon saying he will. ABB saying no. Let's hear it then. He did. He howled. You fucking clown. He's howling. Dillian Whyte is running to the ring against Jermaine Franklin. Jesus Christ. We have a fight. We have a fight. Mark Stanton says, how can anyone take the Tin Can Man serious anymore? Dillian, the air conditioner White, is in the ring. He's just given a fist bump there to David Diamante. His trainer, Buddy McGirt's in the corner. I tell you what, if you're a Dillian Whyte fan, good sight tonight. Buddy McGirt's actually wearing glasses that he can see through. So, we all know Buddy McGirt's never seen Dillian Whyte box before. Hopefully, he will be able to see him box tonight. Because if you look at Buddy McGirt's glasses, they ain't tinted. Because them glasses that Buddy McGirt, was wearing at the press conference. Buddy McGirt's eyes look like the windows of a fucking Mercedes-Benz SLK bombing it down Brixton at 10 a.m. at night. Isn't it? Why is Buddy McGirt turning up to press conferences with lenses looking like fucking the windows on an SLK bombing down Brixton at 10 p.m. at night? The man turning up to the press conference wearing tinted windows on his face. Man had tinted windows on his face talking about, I ain't never seen my fighter fight before. Look. Has anyone got the bookies odds for this fight? Apparently, Franklin's a pudding. So it is what it is. That's what I've been told. Franklin's a straight up pudding. And that this fight should be quick. Hold on. That's what I've been told. I haven't really been following boxing lately because I'm very, very ill at the minute. But I've been told that Jermaine Franklin is one of these. That's what I've been told. Franklin is a straight up pudding. And I've been told this fight is going to be ending imminently. But we'll have to wait and see. Oh! We'll have to wait and see. I hope Dillian Whyte's best friends turned up for him tonight. Because, it looks like, there might be a few empty seats in this crowd at the minute. So I hope Dillian's best friend has picked up, some of these free tickets. Dillian's my best friend! Dillian's my best friend. I talk to Dillian all the time. Dillian's my best friend. So hopefully he's got a ticket. Fucking hell. It looks like they've been handing them out left, right and centre. Oh, Jesus Christ. What's this? Richard's saying BT is still talking to Denzel Bentley and showing ads for the Halifax. Mate, Frank's taking the piss. I'm waiting for this fucking Parker and Ryder fight of the night. But Snazzy Azzy's saying this will be good. Give us your predictions. Oh, Richard Farnan's in the corner of Jermaine Franklin. Richard Farnan's getting around a lot these days, isn't he? He's in the corner for Clarissa Shields on a regular basis, right? He was right in the corner of Clarissa Shields against Savannah Marshall, giving her instructions. And our friend Richard Farnan is in the corner of Jermaine Franklin tonight. So there you go. He's got Richard Farnan in the corner. So maybe he will get the upset. It is what it is. Toby's saying Dillian Whyte in 3 rounds. What's your prediction for this fight? What's your prediction for the piss test after the fight? No, we won't do that. Let's have a look here. Who have you got? Oh, Jesus. Mark Stanton says Aretha Franklin would have more chance. Oh, jeez. Give the guy a fucking break, would you? All he's trying to do is earn a fucking living. All he wants to do is earn the living, mate. Aretha Franklin's got more chance than Jermaine. It is what it is. The body snatcher. Chevin's saying Franklin goes 12. Mark Stanton says Whyte falls over because the ref accidentally touches him on the chin. Right, they're announcing Whyte in the ring right now. Let's have a listen. Look at that reception. A rousing reception there for Dillian Whyte. It is what it is. John Charleston saying Franklin went the distance with a guy Huey Fury and Gorman had both knocked out. Prabesh says all I want to see is Whyte get one solid punch in his chin to see where that chin is at. Listen, if I never saw Dillian Whyte box again, I'd be happy with that, Prabesh. But they're getting the final instructions. They've touched gloves. And now we are about to see a maximum violence. He pushed me. We're about to see a maximum violence. Dillian Whyte versus Jermaine Franklin. It's the fight you've all been waiting for. Anthony Joshua's ringside. What odds would you give me that Anthony Joshua will be coming in the ring after the fight? You could see it. What's the next fight on BT Sport? Can somebody tell me? I'm seeing Thomas Tribo in the ring. Because if it's Ryder and Parker next, I'm sorry, but I'm switching off this shit. Somebody let me know. What's the next fight on BT Sport? It better not be Ryder and Parker. Right, Dillian Whyte. Let's have a look. I'm 2 minutes 40 in round 1. Dillian's beating Franklin to the jab so far. But you should see how much Dillian's learned. The thing about... Oh, that was a nice uppercut there from Franklin. Jab, right hand, left uppercut from Franklin. Caught Dillian around the side of the head there early on. Nice little combination from Franklin. The thing about Dillian Whyte is he's got no balance. That's the problem. And we talked about Fabio Wardley having a white collar background and not really being having much of a boxing background. Dillian Whyte had an amateur background, but Dillian Whyte started in Muay Thai. And I don't think the Muay Thai feet have ever left Dillian Whyte. If you look at his feet, he's still got the feet of a Muay Thai fighter. I've boxed and sparred with a lot of people who've crossed over from Muay Thai to boxing. And you can tell straight away they did some of a martial art by looking at their feet and their feet position and the way they sit up. And Dillian Whyte's feet traditionally are all over the place. Falls over his front foot an awful lot, falls over his feet an awful lot, and leaves himself unbalanced an awful lot, loads up on his shots. So, we're going to see. I mean, tonight, so far from Dillian, oh, there, you see that there. Dillian there, he threw a right hand, his head came right over his front foot, and Franklin checked him with a left hook there, caught him around the side of the head. Interesting. For me, so far, 1 minute into this fight, there's just no signs there of any real changes from Dillian. You know, and he's the bigger guy than Franklin, and he's already falling over his own shots. Do you see there, Dillian again there? Fell over his own front foot, and you look at his back foot comes through. So this is just, you know, I've never really understood why people think Dillian Whyte is a top. Oh, a good check left hook from Franklin there. Caught Whyte. Franklin's winning this round, counter-punching Whyte. I'm not saying he's going to win the fight, but he's clearly winning this round for me. Catching Whyte with some good shots. And Whyte is the same problems there. And you look at Whyte's head position. Do you see when Jermaine Franklin there went for the right hand, right hook? And you look at when Dillian Whyte dipped down. Look at his head position. His eyes are pointing towards the floor. And his head's down on a straight line. And he's still there for the uppercut. But it's not just the uppercut. It's the way he's unbalanced. And it's the way he falls over his feet. And when he throws that right hand, his head comes over his front foot, he squares up, and his back foot comes through. He has got terrible, terrible feet, and it gets him into big trouble in fights. And he's got caught again there with another little left hook round the top of the head, which partially landed there. He's getting picked off with counter punches very early on. He's got to make a dent in Dillian, in Franklin, because if he lets Franklin get into this could be an interesting fight. He's got to put it on him because he's letting Franklin get into rhythm. Franklin's picking up the time and then picking up his counter shots. Dillian, you see Dillian's reluctant to throw the right hand because every time he's throwing the right hand, he's falling over his front foot. He's fallen over his front foot and he's left himself open for the counter. If you look, oh, fucking hell, we got Parker and Ryder at the same fucking time. Do you know what? It's an absolute fucking disgrace. Do you know that? These two cunts are an absolute disgrace. Zach Parker is now ring walking. So we've got these two fights on at exactly the same time. What a joke. I'm looking at the replay. Zach Parker's coming out to fight John Ryder. That's the fight that you should be watching. I'm going to watch both of these fights. This fight's very interesting. Looking on the replay. Nice little counter jab from Franklin. People talk about Dillian in the uppercut. Dillian susceptible to the uppercut. If you look at Dillian, yeah, you got to look at his head position. When he's rolling shots, he looks at the floor. Just look, whenever Dillian Whyte rolls shots, tries to roll underneath hooks, his head is pointing towards the floor. Your eyes should be on the torso. Leaves his head nice and low down, and he's there for the uppercut. He's got terrible footwork. So far in that first round, be honest, it's a round to go. Have you seen anything in that first round from Dillian to think he's made some adjustments from the Fury fight? Because I've given Franklin that first round. John Ryder and Zach Parker are live in the ring. We're going to have to do both these fights at the same time. If you would like to be part of the chat, please hit subscribe. If you'd like to hit the like button, please do so. Franklin starts off the round with a nice jab on Dillian down the middle. And Franklin's counter-punching. Dillian's trying to edge in. You know, Dillian, look, what's that right hand, left hook? But it's interesting. He seems a little bit reluctant because he's been counter-punched. So he's been made to think, isn't he, Dillian here? He's been made to think. Franklin's getting into a nice rhythm there. And Franklin's just adjusting his feet. Franklin's kind of in the pocket, and then he's just adjusting his feet and slipping out of the pocket, looking to catch Dillian on the way in. So Franklin just walks into the pocket, then he just takes a step out of the pocket. He wants to fish Dillian in, and Dillian missed that right hand and got jabbed in return. And that's the thing with Dillian. Dillian's missed all of his big right hands so far, and he doesn't leave him in position. It's a good right hand from Dillian, just missed there. But he doesn't really leave himself in position because when he throws the right hand, his feet are all over the place. He doesn't leave himself in any position to land off a combination. Because he's completely out of position if you missed the right hand. Left hook, right hand from Franklin. The right hand just blocked by Dillian. Good right hand to the body by Dillian Whyte. Franklin returns with a jab. A better round from Dillian, but he's thinking it, isn't he? Good double jab from Dillian. Franklin's making him think. Dillian hasn't really got off anything significant so far. Somebody said at least he didn't start southpaw. You see there, Franklin threw a right hook at Dillian Whyte, and you need to look at Dillian's head position when he tried to roll underneath it. His head was 100% pointing at the floor. There is no way he could see anything coming back. And you guys need to watch that because, like I said before, these guys who think they know about boxing, you can tell they don't go in the gym because, oh, that was a good right hand there from Franklin. Not hurt Whyte, but that was a lovely little combination from Franklin. But he needs to get himself off the ropes. But Whyte loaded up with that right hand and he's missed every single right hand so far. Loading up. Good little right hand to the body from Dillian, but Franklin with the combinations. Again, I just edging towards Franklin in a minute. But Dillian's been made to think here. And Dillian's been made to think because Franklin's beginning to beat him to the jab. And he's not able to land his lead right hand at all. And he's out of position. And that's the thing with the right hand. When you throw a punch in boxing, it's very, very important to leave your feet in position. Because if your feet leave position when you throw a punch, when you miss, you're not in position to defend yourself. And you're not always in a position to land the counter shot. And that's one of the biggest problems with Dillian Whyte that he's had in his career. It's a good right hand to the body, left hook to the body from Dillian Whyte. That was a nice shot from Dillian. He threw a good right hand to the chin. That was Dillian Whyte's best sequence of the fight. So there's the blueprint for Whyte. Going down to the body because he's a very heavy-handed fighter. Franklin felt the effects of that. Those are two of the best shots of the round so far. Good left hook, right hand there from Dillian. Look at his head position when he tries to roll the right hooks. He's in a cross-arm guard, not even looking. Takes the right hand to the chin. Watch Dillian's head position when Franklin wants to throw that right hook. Because I'm thinking, if Franklin throws that right hook, some kind of left hook to the body, left uppercut might catch Dillian out there. Just watch Dillian when Franklin throws the right hook and Dillian tries to roll. His head position is completely wrong. I appreciate you, Rico Boxing. What do you think of the commentary so far? I appreciate you, bro. Right, Parker and Ryder is on. We're doing both of these fights at the same time. Parker and Ryder. This is the real fight of the night. For the super middleweight WBO Interim Championship of the World. Who have you got for this fight, Parker and Ryder? This is going to be a proper fight. Very, very cagey early on. Nothing landed. Both of these two are standing off each other. Zach Parker is absolutely huge for the weight. He's huge for the weight. We saw when John Ryder fought Callum Smith. Callum Smith wasn't really able to establish any kind of jab on John Ryder in that fight. John Ryder was very, very good at adjusting the distance, slipping in and slipping under the jab. Very, very good. So he completely took away Callum Smith's jab, despite Callum Smith being a much bigger man in that fight. We'll keep you posted. We're going to go back to the Whyte fight because that fight you think is going to be the one that's ending quicker. That round will get called for Dillian Whyte, but I think Franklin had a say in it. I'm going to give it 1-1 at the minute, but there's a case for both of them in that first round. Anthony Joshua's sitting in the arena at the minute laughing because the thought of Anthony Joshua getting in the ring with Dillian Whyte, I mean, there's only one outcome in that fight. Anthony Joshua's sitting ringside next to Frank Smith with a giggle on his face. I mean, there is only one outcome in that fight if these two fight again. Anthony Joshua by knockout. And again, Dillian there took a left hook and he tried to roll it. Good uppercut from Dillian Whyte. Good uppercut from Dillian Whyte. Good right hand from Franklin up on the inside. Good jab to the body from Franklin. But it's that head position from Whyte. And it's when Whyte is rolling hooks. Is he looking at the target or is he looking at the floor? Just be careful for that. Whyte starting to breathe through his mouth. Looks for the left hook to the body. Franklin shakes his head. I think he covered that off. Do you see that? Look at Dillian Whyte when he's weaving. Can you see that? Press 1 if you can see that. Press 2 if you don't know what I'm talking about. Do you see Franklin there? And you see that was a lovely, lovely, lovely left hook to the body from Dillian Whyte. That was right underneath the elbow. That had to have had an effect on Franklin. That's one of his best shots of the fight. But can you see Dillian? When he rolls, look at his head. His head's on the floor. He's going to be in trouble, against anybody serious. Anthony Joshua's going to get him out of it easy. But just watch his head position when he's rolling. ABC's of boxing. When you roll the shots, you got to keep your eyes on the torso. Dillian's head's pointing towards the floor. That was a good overhand right from Franklin. You see the sweat come off Whyte's head there. Good right hand left hook from Dillian Whyte. He's had the biggest success to the body. He's getting a little bit of marking. Good uppercut from Whyte, but didn't even have an impact. But he's getting marked up on his right eye there. The jab is starting to have a little bit of an effect on Whyte. Parker and Ryder is a chess match in a minute. With Zach Parker switch hitting from southpaw to orthodox. Both very alert. Both in a battle of the jabs at the minute. Ryder hasn't put it on Parker yet. Very, very cagey fight there. Very cagey fight in the minute. Just looking, we've got 40 seconds left in the third round. Franklin looks like the gas tank's beginning to go a bit. Dillian never had a gas tank in the first place. Franklin's up against the ropes. He's got to turn off them ropes. And he does so. Dillian's trying to use a bit of head movement. Dillian Whyte using head movements a little bit like a deer in the headlights before he gets hit by a fucking 18-wheeler, but it is what it is. That's a lovely left hook from Jermaine Franklin. Counter left hook up on the inside from Jermaine Franklin. Whyte's trying to roll with the punches and throw counter left hook to the body. So you see Dillian Whyte trying to invest in straight rights to the body and left hooks to the body, which is a very clever tactic. He's had pretty much no success to the head so far with his right hand to the head. No success so far really from Dillian Whyte. That was an interesting round. Who would you give that third round to? I honestly think in that fight, there's a case that Franklin's 2-1 up on this fight. What do you guys think? How have you guys got it so far? But at the minute, Dillian Whyte looks like a write-off to me. And any kind of talk about he got pushed, I mean, Anthony Joshua right now must be licking his lips. Just looking at the zone highlights in a minute, and Dillian Whyte doesn't look great at all. That was a low. That left hook to the body was very low from Dillian there, but the referee couldn't have seen it anyway. The referee was on the other side. 2 minutes 40 to go. Ryder versus Parker. Just see Parker backing Ryder up there to the ropes. Good left hook from Parker. I don't think it landed clean, but it looks busy at the minute. But it doesn't look like Parker's looking to make his size count at the minute. It looks like he's paying lots of respect to John Ryder. And he's backing off. It's Ryder who's the one who's pressuring him, and it's Parker who's on the back foot. Prabesh, Ryder versus Parker's on right now. These Muppet promoters have put both these fights on at exactly the same fucking time. Melters. Right, round 3. Gary Harrison has got Franklin 3-1 up. Shevon's got Franklin 2-1 up. I'd probably say it's 2-1 to Franklin in all honesty, but we know we're going to get a hometown decision. Anthony Joshua right now is laughing. Right, David Hay has got it a draw. He's got the first round at 10-10. He had the second round to Franklin. He's got the last round to Whyte. That was a lovely little short uppercut. Short left uppercut, right hook to the body from Dillian Whyte, and then he doubled up lovely with left hook to the body and head. Referee's telling him to keep the shots up, but it's a good start from Dillian Whyte in this round. And he's closing the distance a little bit more on Franklin. Franklin's gas tank's beginning to go a little bit now. Dillian beginning to just be able to find the range and walk into range a little bit easier. Oh, that was a lovely body shot there from Zach Parker. Body shot by Zach Parker. Left hook to the body, left hook upstairs. Ryder's not hurt, but good shot from Zach Parker. Zach Parker in a minute is standing off Ryder. He's looking to walk Ryder into the shots. He's not trying to bully him and get on the front foot. 2 minutes to go in Whyte versus Franklin. We've got 150 people in the chat as Franklin goes for a jab, right hand, left uppercut. For once in a lifetime, that uppercut didn't hit Dillian Whyte. So maybe it's going to be Dillian Whyte's night. Dillian Whyte even tried to feint. Maybe he is learning something. Whyte's walking himself into distance. Franklin goes for a jab to the body. Whyte there takes a jab to the head. Whyte's using a cross-arm defense tonight. A few people in the comment section have spotted that. Dillian Whyte using the patented Joe Frazier cross-arm defense. Dillian Whyte goes for a right uppercut and misses. If that landed, that would have been the end of the fight right there. Good jabs again from Jermaine Franklin. Again, it's hard to say really because Whyte's not really landing anything of quality at the minute. Well, he landed a good seance earlier on. But I think Franklin's legs are beginning to go and Whyte's starting to get into range. There's a nice couple jabs there from Dillian Whyte. We've got about 1 minute 10 to go in the fourth round of this fight. It was a good start from Franklin. Good jabs from Franklin. But it's still anybody's fight right now. Good little right hook to the body, right hand from Franklin. Good uppercut from Dillian Whyte. It's a good fight. Jab, right hand to the body, right hand to the head from Jermaine Franklin. Who's feeling it? He's feeling it in there. Whyte's beginning to walk him down a bit more. Franklin's trying to punch his way out of trouble there. Whyte using the cross-arm guard. He took a few around the guard. And again with Whyte, the problem with Whyte is Whyte, he telegraphs a lot. You know, he doesn't feint before he shot. That was a good right hand there from Jermaine Franklin. I don't know if that landed. It looked good. Did that land? Franklin there with a good right hand. It looked like it landed. Hard to see. Hard to see from the camera angle. Whyte looks confident though. He's in there. He's moving his head around. He looks like he's getting into a rhythm. He misses yet another right hand. Franklin in there. Throws a right cross. Good jab from Franklin. Yeah, it's a pick'em. It's a pick'em round. It'll probably go to Dillian. There's another good right hand from Franklin. For me, if I'm being honest, I think this round could go to Franklin, to be honest. Dench is saying it's a good guard to block the uppercut if you lean into it. I see why he's using it. Okay, so he thinks that's why he's using it, to try and block the uppercut. Richard's saying Dillian Whyte looks shagged in the corner. He absolutely looks gone in the corner. Richard Farner's in the corner with Jermaine Franklin. If I'm in Jermaine Franklin's corner right now, I'm telling Jermaine Franklin, you can win this fight. 100%. If I'm in Jermaine Franklin's, I'm not saying he will win the fight, but if I'm in Jermaine Franklin's corner, I'm telling him right now, if you didn't believe in yourself, now's the time, because you can win this fight. No question about it. These rounds have been pick-em rounds. I think it could be anywhere from 2-2 to 3-1 to Franklin, in all honesty. But I think we all know, you know, with these matchroom cards, what's going to happen, innit? Ryder versus Parker. I'm hoping this fight will end so I can focus on Ryder versus Parker. If somebody who's watching Ryder versus Parker, can somebody give me your scorecard here? I'm just having a look at the screen and it looks like it's following the same pattern. With Zach Parker is backing up, looking to run John Ryder into something big. And John Ryder's been the aggressive one and pushing it. Which is not what I thought was going to happen. I thought Zach Parker was going to really impose himself. So someone let me go on. 2 minutes 50 gone. Round 5 of Whyte versus Franklin. Just trying to see what Dillian Whyte's doing on offense. He does no feinting. He walks himself into distance and lets his hands go. Absolutely no foul. It was a nice little short right hook there from Jermaine Franklin. Didn't do any damage, but it's a scoring shot. Franklin looks a little bit gassy. So I'm just trying to see. Whyte is finding it a lot easier to walk himself into the pocket. He wasn't able to before. And you know that because Whyte is really starting to shorten the shots up now. You see Whyte in the first couple of rounds, you could see he was missing a lot. It was a lot of missed jabs or a lot of missed right hands. But now, as Franklin's legs are slowing down, Whyte's able to walk himself into the target, and everything's short. It's short uppercuts and it's short hooks to the body. The work is shorter because, again, he's getting himself into punching range. Franklin's legs are slowing down, and Whyte is now getting into punching range with a lot more ease. Zach Parker is dancing around the ring against Ryder. Can someone give me a score? Right, Richard's got Parker 2-0 up in that fight. 1 minute 50 to go in round 5. Franklin and Whyte. Franklin's just towards the ropes. Needs to keep turning. Doesn't want to get backed up against the ropes against Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte's prodding away with a jab. That was a good straight right hand down the middle from Jermaine Franklin. That's a clear scoring shot. If you look at the punches landed and punches thrown, which I don't believe in, but it's DAZN. DAZN have got Franklin landing more than Whyte right now. So those people who think Franklin's not in this, Franklin's in this fight. 100%. That was a lovely little shot by Franklin to the body. Not sure that had any effect on Whyte, but Franklin there went for the double jab upstairs, brought Whyte's guard up high, and then slotted in a lovely straight right hand to the body of Dillian Whyte. It's clearly a Jermaine Franklin round for me, this round 5. Whyte looking for the uppercut. Franklin covers up. Franklin went for the jab right hook, jab right hand. Interesting fight. Dillian Whyte's still there for the uppercut. Can you see Dillian Whyte's head position off that fucking... Whenever Franklin throws a right hook, right hand, and Dillian Whyte tries to dip down and roll to a... Well, there it was. Franklin hit him with a right uppercut. Right on time. But Franklin's backed up in the corner. Very good defense from Franklin. Very good defense from Franklin. Weaved and bobbed, turned his way out of the corner, and pinned Dillian against the ropes. Damian Brown says AJ must be laughing. AJ would... Oh, my God. Anthony Joshua will smoke either of these two out. Oh, that was a good uppercut there from Dillian Whyte. That's one of his best punches of the fight. Oh, another good uppercut from Dillian Whyte. He's walked Franklin right into those two. And Dench is absolutely bang on because there you go. Franklin looked to throw the right uppercut of his own. And Whyte used his new cross-arm guard to block it off. So Dench bang on. But Dench goes to the boxing gym, so we're not surprised. Good right hook to the body from Franklin. It was a Franklin round. Oh, that was a good left hook to the body from Franklin. Right hand, left hook to the body to end the round from Franklin. Do you know, in all honesty, I think that's a Franklin round. How have you guys got this fight? I've got it 3-2 to Franklin. Yeah, I agree, Damien. Very good spot from Dench, but Dench goes to the boxing gym, so we're not fucking surprised. Dillian Whyte there. Franklin went for the right uppercut. Whyte used the cross-arm guard to block it, so maybe that's why he's using it. But he's been hit with the uppercut a few times. You know, you need to look at Dillian's head position. Whenever Dillian's rolling or rolling underneath a shot, his head position and his leg position goes to shit. He's a sitting duck. Whenever you get him rolling underneath shots, he's a sitting duck. Gounet's got Franklin just in front. Flynn's got it 5-0 to Franklin. I think Franklin, aka Adelaide Bird there. Whyte's low-blowing Franklin repeatedly, by the way. Repeatedly. That's a lovely body shot they're showing on the camera there from... Right, Richard's saying it's a bit messy end of round 3 between Parker and Ryder. Parker buzzed Ryder a bit and then Ryder buzzed Parker. Maybe a Ryder round, but very close. It looks cagey as fuck. Right, 2 minutes 50 to go, round 6. Whyte and Franklin. Are one of these cunts going to end this fight so I can watch Parker versus Ryder? Big overhand right from Franklin misses. Dillian Whyte rolled underneath the shot. Dillian Whyte with a good jab, right hook to the body. Start off the round. What have we learned from Dillian in this fight so far? You know, I just... For me, what we've learned about Dillian Whyte... Oh, there you go. He just avoided it. Did you see there? Dillian nearly got caught with the uppercut there. Franklin, again. I think he feinted the right hand and then came up with the left uppercut. Or was it the other way around? But he feinted Dillian and Dillian dipped his head right down and Franklin threw the uppercut and Dillian just covered it off. Dillian's got Franklin backed up into the corner. Franklin looks comfortable. He's staying in there. He's not trying to escape. He looks like he wants to get him on in there. And Franklin's trying to parry, catch and shoot. We're on the right. It was a good uppercut. Little bit of cleverness there from Dillian Whyte. Franklin tried to cover up against the ropes and Dillian Whyte's trying to break his guard. I do that in the boxing ring. For those of you who've seen Tony Belly or Lomachenko do the same thing, if you've got your opponent backed up here in a high guard, I do this in the boxing ring all the time against bum opposition, obviously. But if you've got an opponent who keeps trying to use that high guard, use your lead hand, break their guard apart, uppercut, right hand, bring it through. And that was a nice little move from Whyte, but Whyte looks tired. Franklin is pushing him back in this round 5. Good uppercut there from Dillian Whyte. Franklin looked to throw an uppercut. Dillian Whyte avoided it. Good left hook to the body from Whyte. But Franklin's walking him down. Good left hook to the body from Franklin. Franklin's fucking walking him down. This is a... Wow. Don't let this man anywhere near Anthony Joshua. I'm begging you. Please don't let Dillian Whyte in the ring with Anthony Joshua. Because that's only one outcome in that fight. Whyte's now backing Franklin. That's a lovely right hook to the body from Franklin. Franklin with a right hook to the head. He's catching and shooting Whyte. Right hook to the head. Dillian Whyte, when he rolls, his head position is all over the place. Press 1 if you can understand that. Press 2 if you don't get it. Can you see? Oh, there's the right uppercut there. Just missed Dillian Whyte. He looks buzzed. Whyte looks buzzed in there. Whyte looks a bit buzzed to me. He's trying to punch himself out of trouble, but he looks buzzed. He looks buzzed in his eyes. There's another uppercut. Franklin's just missing. When Whyte is rolling his head, look at Whyte's head. He's all over the place looking at the floor. He has no idea where the shots are coming from. He's in big trouble here. Oh, then another uppercut from Franklin, just covered off by Whyte. So Franklin sees the shot. Whyte's buzzed. He's trying to land something big. Franklin's allowed himself to be cornered. It was a lovely left hook to the body from Whyte. Whyte then tries to go for the overhand right. Oh, that was a lovely shot from Franklin. Left hook, right hand, right hook to the body. What a shot from Whyte, from Franklin. Big round from Franklin. Whyte looks buzzed up there. But this is a Franklin fight. There's no way Jermaine Franklin isn't winning this fight. Snazzy Azzy says Whyte keeps... So what I'm saying is this. ABC's 1, 2, 3s of boxing, right? When you're rolling, if you're a smaller fighter or whatever, if you're rolling a lot, if you like to roll a shot, I'm always dipping and rolling, yeah? Because I'm a small guy. So I'm a small fighter. So everyone I ever get in the ring with pretty much is bigger than me. So I'm always having to slip. Look at the replay, Dillian Whyte's head position. Can you see when he dips? It was a good little short hook, short uppercut. When you roll shots, you need to keep your head on the opponent's torso, or you need to keep your head as close to their hand so you can see what's coming. When Dillian Whyte's always rolling, his head's pointing to the floor, and it's something that Derek Chisora does a lot in his fights. And Derek Chisora is a big sucker for uppercuts as well. Dillian Whyte's been knocked out with height. What's happened here in this fight? What's happened in Parker and Ryder? I think John Ryder's won it. What on earth is going on here? There's been a finish to Parker and Ryder. I've just missed it. What's going on? Zach Parker's been pulled out. So is it going to the cards? Can someone tell me? Wow, John Ryder's won it. Parker broke his hand. John Ryder's fucking beat Zach Parker. Sorry about that. They pulled Parker out. There you go. Parker broke his hand. Wowza. John Ryder has beaten Zach Parker up Matchroom. There you go. Frank will be absolutely devastated about that. Oh, big right hand there from Franklin. And again, where did that right hand come from on Franklin? Dillian Whyte was trying to roll shots. He was looking at the floor. And as he came up, Franklin pulled the right hand right on his chin. Did you see that? Whyte was trying to dip and roll shots. Head was pointing to the floor. As his head came up, he rolled himself right into a right hook. This is what I'm saying. When you roll shots, you don't look at the floor. And Dillian Whyte rolled up right into a right hand that caught him flush on the chin. Knocked him back. So we've already had our first kind of upset on the night, in my opinion. Zach Parker unable to continue. He's done. John Ryder is the new interim champion. Dillian, a good uppercut. Great uppercut from Dillian Whyte against Jermaine. Jermaine Frankie takes it, eats it up and comes back. Sorry about that. I haven't checked this round so much because I've been looking at what's been going on with Parker. Unbelievable. Can someone tell me the cards? I'd like to see the judges' cards at the time of stoppage. Whyte there. Back to him. Big shot on. Oh, big left hook from Dillian Whyte. Big right hook. And he got caught with a short right hook on the chin from Franklin. Better round from Whyte here. Better round from Whyte there. Whyte looked like he had Franklin in a bit of trouble there. But he got caught with a check right hook from Franklin. Franklin catching and countering Whyte. You see there. Dillian Whyte went for the right hook. Franklin just rolled it. Whyte completely out of position all over the place. And Franklin takes it back to the centre. This is a fight. 37 seconds left. Oh, that was a lovely right hook, right hand to the body by Franklin. This has turned into a 50-50 fight, basically. So what we're going to see now is John Ryder versus Canelo, I believe, for the full WBO. Because obviously Canelo's Matchroom, Ryder's Matchroom. Fair play. Fair play to John Ryder. I'm gutted, but it is what it is. Will Scott says, listening to this from Sydney and it's brilliant commentary. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate it, man. Right, sorry about that. I'm shocked because Zach Parker, they paid fucking $2 million for him to fight Demetrius Andrade. And it hasn't happened for him tonight. I don't know what the cards were on the time of stoppage, but John Ryder has done it. John Ryder is the interim champion. Congratulations to John Ryder. He's gone on a rival promotion. He's done it. Let's have a look at some of the comments online quickly. So it's going to be Canelo versus Ryder. So there you go. I'm on good terms with Zach Parker's manager, Neil Marsh, by the way. So we'll have a chat with Neil Marsh about that and see what's next for Parker. You'd be surprised how many people in boxing listen to this show, you know. Oh, that was a beautiful straight right hand from Franklin. They're showing it on the replay. And it's Dillian Whyte is just head positions all over the place. So we could have two upsets. But do you really think they're going to give Franklin the card? They're probably not, are they? Let's be honest. Right. Zach Parker broke his hand. Pulled out. Rounds 4 and 5. He's done. Gutted. Absolutely gutted. David Hayes got this fight a draw. I don't know how, but David Hayes got this fight a draw, which tells you how bad it is for Dillian Whyte right now. He's got it a draw going into round 8. 2 minutes 40 gone. 2 minutes 40 to 2 minutes 35 to go in round 8. This is a hell of a fight. Dillian Whyte is supposed to be the man who's going to beat Tyson Fury. He's going life and death with Jermaine Franklin right now. And I don't know who's going to win this fight. Dillian Whyte went for a double jab. Somebody said Buddy McGirt told Dillian to double jab. It was Richard. Buddy McGirt telling Dillian to triple up the jab. Dillian just missed his double jab there. And got double jabbed himself by Franklin. Nice right hook to the body from Franklin. Again, when Dillian's dipping down in that cross-arm guard, his fucking cross-arm guard is blocking his eyesight. Oh, there's the uppercut from Franklin. Oh, nailed Dillian right on the chin with a uppercut. Yo, Dillian's using his cross-arm guard, but the cross-arm guard's blocking his fucking vision. Twat. He's trying to roll the right hook and cross-arm guard. The fucking cross-arm guard's blocking his vision. Came up and got right uppercut. Franklin just putting it on Dillian Whyte in this round. Big Franklin round in this round. And you know what Franklin needs to keep doing? Keep going to his body. Because Franklin's body work is clearly having an effect. There's no way you can give this fight to Dillian Whyte so far. I don't know what David Hayes is talking about. 1 minute 30 to go in round 8. Franklin just lighting Dillian Whyte up in the first half of this round. Lighting him up. And Dillian Whyte still getting hit with uppercuts. Look at his head position when he tries to roll. Still pointing towards the floor. Still a sucker for the uppercuts. Still can't land anything from distance. His balance is absolutely all over the place. Who do you think's got worse balance? Savannah Marshall or Dillian Whyte? I mean, they say Dillian Whyte's buddy McGirt's trainer. But from the look of Dillian... Oh, that's a lovely left hook to the body from Jermaine Franklin. But from the look of Dillian Whyte's footwork, it looks like he spent a month in camp with Peter Fury. It looks like he's stolen Savannah Marshall's footwork. Is he borrowed Savannah Marshall's high heels or something? Do you remember Savannah Marshall versus Clarissa Shields? Where, there's another uppercut there from Franklin. And a right hand from Franklin. And again, these shots are coming because when Dillian Whyte rolls, he's not looking where he's going. So when he brings his head up off the roll, he brings his head up into a shot every single time. he rolls a punch, doesn't even look where he's rolling. So when he brings his head up, he's bringing his head up into heavy artillery. Muppet. Whyte there went for a left hook to the body. It was covered off by Franklin, who's against the ropes. Franklin's got to turn himself off the ropes. This is where Whyte has his most success. Good straight right hand to the body. Franklin returns fire with a right hand that just misses. Left hook from Dillian. Dillian looks gassed off his peanut, and so does Franklin. You know, Franklin's got better fundamentals than Dillian Whyte. That's what this fight's about. No question. Dillian Whyte is the harder puncher, the heavier set guy, but Franklin has got far better fundamentals than Dillian Whyte. Would you agree with that? Press 1 if you would agree, and press 2 if you disagree. Franklin has got far better fundamentals than Dillian Whyte. Franklin's sitting there. He's catching, countering. He's got better timing. Look how compact Franklin's defense is. He's got a compact defense. His defense is efficient. He's not wasting energy. He's sitting there. Nice high guard. Covering the elbows. Covering the ribs with the elbows. When Dillian throws to the body, he's being efficient. He just turns his hips. Catch with the elbow. Catch the left hook with the elbow. Catch the right hook with the elbow. He's very efficient. His defense is, he's well schooled. He's in there, like I said, that nice guard. High guard to cover the high shots. When Dillian goes to the body, you just got to turn your hips. You haven't got to do any massive movements. You're not wasting energy. You're not rolling your head. You're not ducking, diving, rolling and wasting energy. Just turn your hips, cover. Turn your hips, cover. Turn your hips, cover. Very, very economical defense. He's just doing the basics really well. And Dillian Whyte doesn't know how to do the basics. And they told me this guy was going to beat Tyson Fury. And he got double jabbed again there. David Hayes got Dillian Whyte winning this fight by 2 rounds. As Dillian Whyte takes a right hand to the body, left uppercut just missed. Dillian Whyte again. Every time Franklin throws the right hook, Dillian Whyte dips his head down to try and roll it. He looks at the floor and he gets countered. David Hayes got Dillian Whyte two rounds up. There is no way on this planet Dillian's winning this fight. Would you agree? Does anybody have Dillian Whyte winning? Just out of interest. 162 people in the chat right now. Does anybody have Dillian Whyte winning this fight? Oh, I don't care who wins. Because I know both of these two are getting starched by AJ. I don't care. But there's no way Dillian's winning this fight, man. There's no way. Let me check the calls on Twitter. Hayes got Whyte 2 rounds up. Let me check Twitter quickly. If you look at the punches, oh no, they're saying Whyte's landed more than Frank. Oh, that's power punches. Let me see what people have got online. Quickly. Maybe I'm smoking. Let me see what people have got for Whyte versus Franklin. Is that an uppercut? Left uppercut from Franklin. I think it just missed. Right hook to the body from Franklin. Dillian misses with the right hand to the head. Dillian's looking slow and laborious, mate. No disrespect, but just being real with it. Trying to get some scores up on Twitter. I want to see people think it's winning the fight. Hold on. You can't see telling me Dillian's winning this fight. Hold on a minute. Oh, it's just all fucking crappy fake streams, isn't it? Look at this. Honestly, I'm quite bored and there's absolutely no chance Whyte could be up on the cards. I mean, I don't know what's going on here. Them cards are disturbing me. Hey, I know Hayes got Dillian up. Let me just see. Give me a sec. Who's winning round 9? I haven't really watched too much of round 9. I think the fix might be in here. As Franklin there with a good short right hook on Dillian. Right hand just missed. Good jab to the body. Look at this. Look. First tweet. Knockout required here by Dillian. Oh, left hook, right hand there. from Franklin. He's walking Dillian down at the end of this ninth. Left hook there from Franklin, just missed. Right hand, left hook. Dillian's fucking feeling it here. There's no way Dillian's winning this fight. Oh, what a shot from Franklin, the right hook. Dillian's gone. He's buzzed up. Oh my gosh. Dillian's been trying to roll that right hand all night and he rolled right into it. Did you see that? What a shot. Dillian's been trying to roll that overhand right all night long. And when he rolls it, he's got his feet, he's got his head to the floor and he can't see the uppercut return fire coming back. This time, Dillian's tried to roll that right hand and he's rolled himself right into it. He rolled right into that right hand. There's no way Dillian's winning this fight. In a million years, he needs a knockout. He needs a knockout. Let's have a look at this replay on DAZN. Oh, it was an overhand right. My bad. Sorry, I got it wrong. He didn't try and duck into it. It was an overhand right from Franklin. He nailed him. My God. Big shot from Franklin. There's no way Dillian's winning this. Damian Brown. Wow. Huge ninth round. Dillian saved by the bell. He was buzzed up. I wouldn't say he was gone, but he was buzzed up to fuck. Anybody who puts this man in the ring with Anthony Joshua, they need to call the WWF on these. What are the WWF? What are they called? World Wildlife Fund. Anybody who wants to put this man, Dillian Whyte, in the ring with Anthony Joshua, they need to call the WWF on this guy. Because right now, Dillian Whyte is an endangered species there. He went for a left hook to the body and he got caught with a fucking counter uppercut clean on the chin. Dillian there, pushing the fight now. Good jabs from Dillian Whyte. Round 10 of 12. 2 minutes 30 left in round 10. Whyte, for me, needs a knockout. Dillian Whyte looking like an endangered species out there. Save the whales. It's save the whales out here. It's save the whales out here at the minute. Ooh, right hand there from Franklin. I don't know if that landed clean. Good double jab from Dillian. Oh, right hand, left uppercut. Do you see that? Just missed, but Dillian, the right hand came. Dillian tried to roll it. Head pointing towards the floor. Franklin threw the left uppercut. He just missed Dillian's chin by an inch. There he threw it through the right hand. Can you see it? He can see the shot now. Franklin knows it. Right hand, left uppercut. Because when he throws the right hand, Dillian dips. And he drops his chin right down the centre line. And Franklin can see that shot. He's thrown it twice in this round. Watch out for that. The right hand, left uppercut from Franklin. He's seen it twice now. Watch that shot. Went for the right uppercut. Watch that shot from Franklin. Right hand, left uppercut. Because Dillian keeps ducking his chin. And looking at the floor. And dipping his head down the centre line. Good body shot by Dillian right on the hip. Franklin managed to turn and get himself out of trouble. Mark Stanton saying, Battersea Dogs Home need to get involved. Dillian Whyte's career is hanging by a fucking thread right now. He looks awful in there. He's a better. Oh, good right hand from Franklin though. Double jab from Franklin. Backs Dillian up. Just misses with the right hand. Franklin coming back into it. Just when Dillian looks like he's turning the corner, Franklin just starts hitting him again. Jesus Christ. Oh my gosh. Franklin is 2 rounds away from beating this dude, you know, on his own show. That's a good right hook from Franklin. You see the sweat come off Dillian there. Maybe he just missed. You see the sweat flying off him. Good left hook to the body from Dillian. But the thing from Franklin is Franklin's staying in a kill zone. And that's what's given me a little bit of hope from Franklin. That was a lovely bit of work from Dillian. Right hand, right around the guard. That was clever from Dillian. Dillian had Franklin backed up against the ropes and he brought a lovely right hook. That's a low blow. Wow. This round could be anybody's round. This round could be a closer round. They might give this one to Dillian Whyte. If Franklin can win one more round, I think he's done enough to win this fight, to be honest. Right, the referee's finally warning Dillian because he's low blowed about 66 times in this fight. Jermaine Franklin is 1 round away from beating this guy, I would estimate. If he can get one more round under his belt. Oh, what a shot from Franklin. Oh, what a shot from Whyte. Big overhand from Whyte. Franklin takes it clean on the chin. That's a Dillian Whyte round, I would say. That's a Dillian Whyte round. Franklin landed a very nice uppercut to the body. Right to the centre of Dillian Whyte's body. Dillian Whyte replied with a lovely overhand right. Clean as a whistle on Franklin. Franklin took it. That's a Dillian Whyte round. How have you got it right now? Can someone give me a score? How have you got it? What's Prabresh saying? Whyte sure ain't howling now. He's in a state of meow. if I'm being honest, I think Jermaine Franklin's already done enough to win this fight. But we'll have to see. It's a DAZN show, so you know the cards. That was a lovely little right hook from Dillian. Bang on the button. And Dillian did enough to win that round with that shot. That shot would have got the round for Dillian. Oh, that was a flush shot there from Dillian. Best shot of the fight. It's his best shot of the fight. Flush. But Franklin knows he can win this fight. He's 2 rounds away. Mark Stanton's got Franklin 3 up. How have you guys got the fight? Round 11 starting now. Dillian needs to win both of these. Franklin needs one more round and he's done it, in my opinion. For me, he's probably done it anyway. But this is a Matchroom show. Franklin starting off with that double jab. Doubling and tripling up the jab, Franklin. That's lovely from Franklin. If he can keep doing that, he'll be fine. Getting Dillian off balance. And again, Franklin threw that left hand and look at Dillian. Dillian ducked, head position terrible. Franklin looking for that left uppercut. Look, that's a lovely right hand to the body. Just watch the left uppercut from Franklin. If he goes for that. Off the right hand. Dillian always in a terrible position when he's trying to avoid that right hand. Gary Harrison got Franklin 5 up. Come on, it's closer than that. How have you guys got it? Money Tree's got it 7-3 to Franklin, but he thinks they'll give it a draw. I think we'll see some dodgy results here for sure. This round is all Franklin so far, but it's only a minute gone. 2 minutes to go in round 11. All Franklin. But will Dillian turn it on? Total punches. Apparently Dillian Whyte is... they got Franklin landing more... I mean, I don't care. Compy box is for Muppets, but I'm just saying... either the zone card... Oh, good right hook to the body from Franklin. He missed the left hook upstairs, but that was a good right hook to the body from Franklin. His body work's been very, very good tonight. That's been the key against Whyte. And if you're Anthony Joshua, that's something that you need to look at. Another right hook to the body from Franklin, just above the hip. And that's what's won in this fight. Franklin's managed to slow him down. Left and right hooks to the body. Good work from Franklin. 1 minute 20 to go in round 11. The referee's warning him for use of the head. But you never write off Dillian. Dillian's got that one big shot in him that you can't write him off. Again, Franklin, double jab, right hook to the body. Right hook to the body was perfect. Back Dillian up against the ropes. 1 minute to go. This is all Franklin. Dillian went for a massive right hook, missed. Franklin returns fire. And again, Dillian missed the right hand and his legs were in no man's land. He had legs like Bambi. That's been a story of Dillian Whyte's career. Threw a right hand, missed the right hand, legs were nowhere, and left himself wide open for counter punches. Good uppercut from Dillian Whyte. Franklin's got to get off them ropes or he's going to be in trouble. Because anything he lands, they'll give Dillian these rounds. Franklin's got to get off them ropes. Better round from Dillian. Good left hook to the body from Dillian. Franklin gets off the ropes. Good left right hand from Franklin. He's got Dillian backed up in the ropes. Got to make it count. Good left hook from Franklin. They're not going to... Franklin's got to do it now. He's got to just throw because they will look for any excuse. Any excuse to take this away from him. That for me is a Franklin round, to be honest. The referee's warning him again for use of the head. What's he warning him for? Hold on a minute. I want you to take a point away. Oh, Franklin just missed an overhand. I think Franklin's won that round. What would you guys think? For me, that's it. Dillian Whyte needs a knockout. Let's hear the corner. 1 sec. Let's turn on the Frank Warren soundbar. Let's turn on the Frank Warren soundbar. I've got Dillian lose. There's no way he's won this fight. There's no way he's done enough. If this fight was in a neutral arena, it'd be over by now. Just trying to get... There you go. The zone have been very, very disingenuous there. The zone on the replay only showing what Dillian landed. Franklin has bossed that round. Wow. Let's see what Buddy McGirt's saying. No! Recall Boxing's got Dillian up by 2. Are you mad? Recall Boxing got Dillian up by 2. Okay. Maybe I'm not seeing things right. I've got Dillian. Dillian's behind on my card. How's Hay got it? Hay has got Dillian. Hay's got it a draw. Oh, listen to this. David Hay has given the last 2 rounds a 10-10 and he's got it a draw. That's how you know Franklin's winning. David Hay's given the last 2 rounds a 10-10 and he's saying he's got it a draw. That's how you know Dillian's losing this fight. Franklin starts off on the front foot again. 2 minutes 30 to go. For me, Dillian needs a knockout. Ridiculous. No way he won this fight. Ridiculous. Some ridiculous cards online. Franklin there with a jab, right hook to the body. Landing that right hook to the body all night long tonight. But all this body snatcher stuff is just nonsense. Oh, what an uppercut from Dillian Whyte. Franklin just ate that for breakfast. Comes straight back. But that was the best punch of the round so far. Dillian Whyte, right uppercut. And he looks for it again. That was his best shot of the fight. Franklin just standing toe to toe, not giving an inch so far. Now he backs off. Oh, good right hand to the body. Good right hand to the head. But Franklin's right hand to the body has been very underrated tonight, you know. You've seen that. He throws that right hook to the body off the jab. But that right uppercut from Dillian was superb. Franklin's on the ropes. He punches himself off the ropes. Left hook, right hand. He's got to get off them ropes. Another good uppercut from Dillian. I think Dillian will get this last round. Oh no, Recall Boxing says Dillian needs a knockout. So the other way around. Okay. Franklin must be... I tell you what. Oh, that was good work from Franklin. Jab, right hand, missed. Right hook to the body. Franklin's giving it a go now. They're both giving it a go. Still stays Dillian's round so far, to be honest. Dillian looks the more comfortable in this round. So I'll go so far last round to Dillian. Landed the best shot of the fight, which is an uppercut. Oh! Franklin nearly landed it up. Dillian with a counter shot. Franklin went for a right uppercut. Dillian Whyte landed a left hook of his own. Caught Franklin. And Franklin's backed up. This last round's definitely going to go to Dillian Whyte. Franklin looks hurt. I think he was buzzed. He's shaking his head there. Oh, that was a good overhand right left hook there. Franklin's hurt for sure. Dillian, is he going to do a Joseph Parker and end it late? Franklin fights back. And Franklin's fighting back. 30 seconds to go. Oh, that was a lovely hook to the body from Franklin. Another one. Those shots are good shots from Franklin. Whyte there with his patented overhand right hand, which you can see all the way from fucking, you know, Kilburn High Street. That was the famous Dillian Whyte overhand right. The one you can see all the way on the fucking Bakerloo line from fucking Kilburn. And he missed it. He misses another one. But he hurt Franklin with a left hook. Franklin's hurt. Oh, what? Oh, Franklin. Whyte can finish this. Oh, big round for Dillian Whyte late on. Big round for Dillian Whyte. If that had gone on another round, Dillian could have got him there. But I don't think one round's enough though. But we'll have to wait and see. Great fight though. I think that's the end of Dillian Whyte at world level. What do you guys think? Hope you guys enjoyed the commentary for that. Whyte definitely won that last round. Big last round from Dillian Whyte. Big last round. But for me, I'll be honest with you. We don't score fights on a big last round. For me, Jermaine Franklin has won this fight. Let's see what they're saying on Twitter. For me, Franklin's done enough to win that. Quite convincingly. But maybe I've got it wrong. Right, let's have a look at what Twitter is saying. Close fight by Franklin winning 115-113. I think Franklin won that. Franklin done enough to take that for me. Just trying to get this thing. Oh, Chris Mannix has got it 1-4. When Chris Mannix of DAZN has it a draw, then you know Franklin's won this fight. Look, Chris Mannix couldn't even give the fight to Dillian Whyte. 113-117. I have not seen one person give this fight to Dillian Whyte. 113-117 to Franklin. I have a draw, but I think Franklin did more to earn the victory. Knockout required by Dillian. Just trying to see if there's any more stuff here. How have you got it? Right, Recall Boxing's got it Franklin 9-3. Crazy D3's got it Franklin 8-4. I'm not counting. Toby Players has got it 117-113 to Franklin. Look at Michael Benson has got David Hayes' scorecard. Is this the worst scorecard you've ever seen since CJ Ross or Adelaide Bird? This is absolutely shocking scoring from David Hay. Look how many 10-10s. David Hayes put in a scorecard for DAZN with 3 10-10 rounds. Which are all the rounds that Franklin won. Can you see that? All of those 10-10 rounds are rounds that Franklin has won, those rounds. He won the first round and he won 10. He won 11 clearly. Have you seen that? David Hay, 3 10-10 rounds and he still couldn't have Whyte ahead going into the fight. Can somebody do me a favour? I'm not even going to look at the chat. Don't bother. So don't bother posting the scores in. Let me get the scores off the thing here. That scorecard from Hay is shocking. Wow. I can't see your comments now because some Muppets are going to try and ruin it. Let's go to the scorecards for a laugh. We know White's going to get it, but Franklin won this fight. Here we go. The fix is in. Michael Alexander give it a draw. 116, 112. No! Laughable. No! 116, 112 to Dillian Whyte. That is absolutely shocking. 116, 112 to Dillian Whyte. That is absolutely laughable. British boxing is in the gutter. Never ever come here. Never ever bother coming to this country if you want a fair shake. Dillian Whyte, 2 judges. 116, 112. Let's get a panel going. Does anybody want to call in and get going? That is an absolute disgrace. That is an absolute disgrace. Let's get the clown music going on. Hold on. Let's get it. Let's get it. 1 second. Let's get it going. There you go. We call that the British boxing theme tune. British boxing makes an absolute clown show of itself once again. 116, 112. Dillian Whyte won 8 out of 12 rounds on 2 cards. Dillian Whyte somehow won 8 out of 12 rounds on 2 cards. For me, I'm sorry. 115. Do you know that? Listen, let me tell you how you know boxing's in the gutter. If you look online, yeah, we'll talk about this call from David Hay in a second. By the way, does anybody want to call in? Let's just do the call-ins. Shevin, let me get Shevin the link. Let me get, what's his name? The Jason Walker. Are you there, Jason? Links are got to come out. Sorry, let me get, my brain's been frazzled by that. Let me get Shevin the link. Let me get, does anybody want to call in? British boxing's a fucking disgrace. Not one judge gave... Do you know what? Think of the concept of that. Not one judge thought Jermaine Franklin won that fight. The whole of the fucking internet and everybody watching this fight thought Jermaine Franklin won. Not one single judge thinks Jermaine Franklin won. Let's say Jermaine Franklin. Hold on.
I feel like I won the earlier You know, I just felt like I got robbed on the decision.
There you go. Franklin saying he thinks he got robbed. That was an absolute joke of a card. 116, 112. Dillian Whyte. 2 judges believe Dillian Whyte won 8 out of 4 rounds in this fight. What have we learned tonight? Give Dillian Whyte a score out of 10 for that performance. If anybody wants to call in, the link is in the chat. We're really waiting for Shevin and Jason to come on, but if anybody wants to call in, let me get my headphones ready. Franklin saying he's got robbed. For me, that was a fucking disgrace. Not one judge gave Franklin the win. Let's go through your scores for Dillian Whyte tonight. Dean Sinclair Clown Show. David Allen's giving Dillian... Let's hear what Eddie Hearn has to say. Hold on a minute. Is it Eddie Hearn?
And well done to Jermaine Franklin as well.
They're booing. They're fucking booing Eddie Hearn. Oh, laughable. Laughable. Eddie Hearn saying Dillian did enough in the championship rounds. The fucking arena's booing for a reason, bro. They got AJ in the crowd and the fucking arena is still booing. The fucking arena's booing, man. What can you say about that, man, when your own crowd starts booing you? That is absolutely disgusting. Like I said before, if you're a foreign fighter, don't bother coming over here. There's no point. If you're a foreign fighter, don't bother coming over here. Don't bother coming over here. Because there's no point. And who the fuck wants to see Anthony Joshua versus Dillian Whyte after seeing that? I mean, that's just going to be one-way traffic. Who the fuck wants to see Anthony Joshua versus Dillian Whyte after that? Anthony Joshua's going to run through Dillian Whyte. He's going to run through Dillian Whyte like a laxative. And that's no disrespect to Dillian. He's a warrior. But make no mistake, Anthony Joshua's going to run through Dillian Whyte like a fucking... He's going to run through Dillian Whyte like a boxer fucking Seneca. Right, let's get the poll up. Let me get the poll up. 1 second. Shevin, if you're there, are you coming on? Sorry about that. I'm just trying to organise things. Right, let's get the poll up. Who won this fight tonight? Whyte or Franklin? I haven't seen anybody online who thinks Dillian Whyte won this fight tonight. We've got 223 in the chat, only 69 likes. If you'd like to hit the like button, please hit the like button. If you'd like to be a part of the chat, please feel free to subscribe. If you'd like to call in, again, I'll put the link in the description box below. You know, oh, Tratek, you're so biased. Look, I'm just saying it, yeah? From me covering that fight, and I've looked online and seen what the feeling is online. I haven't seen anybody online give that fight to Dillian Whyte. The only people I've seen give the fight to Dillian Whyte are them 2 fucking judges. And for me tonight, that tells you the story. Don't bother. Oh, we've got Ade with David Hay as well, and Andy Lee. Money Tree says, what version of Anthony Joshua? If Anthony Joshua can't beat Dillian Whyte, it's retirement. I'm telling you right now, it's retirement. Whatever you think about me, if Anthony Joshua can't beat this Dillian Whyte, it's retirement. Abdul says, I felt Jermaine nicked that. I mean, I thought Franklin won that by a few rounds. Dillian won the last round, 100%. But what are we doing here? I mean, if you look at all the metrics here, let's have a look. Let's have a look at some more of these. More of these. Oh, Jason's here. Great. I can get a break now. Hold on. The big dog. Hold on, big dog. Let me just set my fucking headphones up. I can hear you, but I can hear you.
Where you been, man? Man, miss you. I thought you was dead, fam.
Mate, if you know what was wrong with me, I haven't got long to go. But it's another story for another day.
Man,
I'm soldier,
right.
Yeah, we're not doing too well. All right, Jason, listen. Well, I've got you through my headphones. I think I'm going to mute myself and go and get a cup of tea.
You're doing better
Jason,
than Franklin.
Well, let me tell you, I think it's a fucking
He's just
disgrace.
been robbed. An opportunity of a lifetime. Man's trained all that time. Dillian talks about having... I'll go on before I go into one.
No. Go in right now. I'm going to go and get a cup of tea. It's a disgrace.
Dillian talks all the time about being the underdog and that. But now he's not the underdog. Now he's top boy. Yeah. But who is the underdog? Franklin. Yeah. It's disgusting what they've done to him. Come over here, didn't give it hype. In the build-up as well, I was proper, everyone was. You proper getting drawn towards Franklin. Humble guy, didn't talk shit. Just come over, doing his business, you know what I mean? Didn't look great, but you don't know how good someone is when they're unbeaten. And they only beat what's in front of them, stepping up to their level. He got in, he had fast hands, good movement, solid chin, was taking the piss. He was almost schooling Dillian. That's how bad it was. It wasn't quite a schooling, but it was almost a schooling. It was fucking The fundamentals, all the skills were with Franklin. It's just disgusting. It's disgusting, man. Fuck boxing. This is why, I'm sorry, I'm not saying any streams or anything, and this isn't the way the channel thinks, but this is why I will never pay for fucking boxing. I will never put any money in these cunts' pockets. You know that? Fuck them. Never. They can fuck off. Think I'm ever financing them cunts so they can rob people of their fucking life's work and shit to fucking just suit their narrative, to fucking put White in with AJ so we get that shit again so they can fucking feed AJ this shit. You absolute cunt, Eddie, and everybody else, all of you wankers. It's disgusting, honestly, and I'm not just trying to get hype about it. It proper makes me fucking angry. It's disgusting, man. It's fucking disgusting, Ultra.
Jason, the scorecards. 115, 115, which I don't even like, but check this out. 116, 112. Somebody somewhere has given Dillian 8 rounds in that fight and given Jermaine Franklin 4 rounds. They gave Jermaine Franklin 4 out of them 12 rounds. They could only find 4 rounds for Jermaine Franklin. How do you explain those 116, 112s? I don't understand how that can be explained. So carry on. The chat are with you, by the way. Keep going. The chat loving it.
There's no way you can explain it because it's unexplainable. It's just it's like it's mad. It's like you're not seeing what you're seeing. It's like you'd be watching football and Man City would be tearing someone apart and they'd be going, "Oh, Brighton are on top. Oh, Brighton are killing it. They're Brighton are on top." And like Man City,
that's exactly what it's like. You're bang on. The judging in this country is so disgusting that it's got you questioning if you're sane. Like, have you seen during these fights? I have to now go on Twitter and just check how people are scoring it just to see if I'm not hallucinating because the cards just don't make no sense. They make no sense. Carry on.
And you know boxing. You've been in the gym and you have to question yourself. They've got you. So imagine if you was a fucking casual. You ain't got a hope. You just be going, "Oh yeah, shit. Dillian's killing this, man." Fucking, I'm be like, "Oh no, Franklin's got more punches and he looks faster and everything," but that must be not what boxing's about. Boxing must be the one who looks shit as best. Oh, that's what this is about.
Do you think there should be a rematch in an ideal world?
There shouldn't even need to be a rematch. Fuck that shit. There shouldn't even need to be no rematch. Obviously, there should be a rematch. Dillian probably had a rematch clause.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Fucking unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. Like, and the mad thing is, he was brought over here to just be fed. He was brought over here to just be fed to Dillian. Dillian fucking is so shit. Dillian is so shit.
Do you think that the reason why we have such a bad distaste on our mouths about this fight and about Dillian Whyte, does it feel to you like there's a campaign going on right now to literally force Dillian Whyte down our throats? Like, these promoters keep treating us like we're fucking Lisa Ann, or Julia Ann. They keep trying to force this guy's BBC down our throats. We've already seen this guy at world level this April in Wembley. He came in promising maximum violence. He landed literally like 1 shot in 6 rounds, if that, and got absolutely schooled. And we thought, that's the last we've seen of this guy. Enough for this guy at world level. And it just seems like the promoters in the organisation are trying to push this guy down our throats. I put it to you, Jason, that Dillian Whyte isn't world class. He's not top world class. He's nowhere near that level. He's a gatekeeper at that level. He's turning into a gatekeeper.
They've made it like the fucking, like the music industry, where like you've got like a boy band and they're not the best. Obviously, they're not the best musician, but they're the ones that the record label want to push. That's the same with boxing now. It isn't a fucking talent. It doesn't matter how fucking talented you are. If your face doesn't fit and you're not the one Eddie Hearn wants to push, you're not going to get pushed. Look at Chisora, had fucking 7 losses and still getting pushed as a fucking war Chisora. You know what I mean? Because his face fits. It's absolutely a cesspit, bruv. It is. You know what? It's not a sport. It is a business. Anybody that actually says it's a sport is fucking bullshit, because the cream doesn't rise to the top or anything, and you can't guarantee that if you're the best in your division, that you're going to get the best chances and go the furthest. No, the person who they want, who fits it, the narrative, and makes the most money for the promoter and for the boxing, is going to get the best chances and be pushed the most, whether they're the most skillful or not. It's absolutely disgraceful.
This is all about Anthony Joshua, isn't it? This isn't even about Dillian Whyte. This isn't even about Dillian Whyte. It's never really about Dillian, isn't it? This is about Dillian's been used as a pawn yet again. Yeah, he's lost the fight tonight. The fucking arena's booing him. That is embarrassing, by the way. I turned on the fucking sound. All I hear is the arena booing him and Eddie Hearn. That's an embarrassment. They know who won that fight.
Okay, good.
They know who won that fight. Arena was booing. They know who won that fight. And again, this isn't even about Dillian. This is all about Anthony Joshua, isn't it? It's about, look, how can we feed Anthony Joshua, a big name, but an easy fight, isn't it? That's what this is all about, isn't it? And he must have been in that crowd tonight, pissing himself.
Trilogy, get him up there. So he's got a trilogy now as well, because everyone needs a trilogy, don't they, to be world class. Fuck's sake.
Absolute clown. What level would you say that? By the way, John Charles thinks you need to start your own channel. If you do so, I'll help you promote it, because I'm definitely on the way out. Let me ask you, where would you say, what level would you say Whyte really is? I mean, maybe he is world level, but maybe, I don't know. World level's a big thing. I mean, he's definitely above British level, 100%. But would you say Whyte is? No, he's above European level. Fringe world level. Would you agree with that? If I said to you, Dillian Whyte is fringe world level, would you agree with that?
Not fringe world level. He's European level. He's not fringe world level. He's not.
What did the chat think? Let me ask the chat as well. Go on, carry on, Jason. Chat, what do you think? What level do you guys think Whyte actually is?
Go through the people that beat him and then see where they are. So look, you would say Dubois cleans out his fucking closet. Yeah,
Dubois. I've always said Dubois would knock him out.
You're telling me Dubois is world level, like top world level. Dubois is fringe world level.
Dubois is fringe world level.
So then how could Dillian be fringe world level if he cleans Dillian out? Dillian would just be, all right, it would be a mauling. I swear I wouldn't even put him in with Dubois. The only reason they're putting him with AJ is because fringe European. Go on, Toby players. You know that. Fringe European, bro. My G, 100% spot on. Fucking the only reason, I forgot where I was going, but yeah, with AJ, bruv, they're just feeding him to AJ, man. He's fringe European, and that is true. Dubois is fringe world level, and Dubois cleans him, bruv. That would be horrible. Think what Joyce does to him. Can you believe
now?
Oh
my God, Joyce would run through him.
He's still calling for the Wilder fight. Can you imagine what Wilder does to him?
Wilder put him in. No disrespect, but look, I don't want to be careful because I don't want Dillian knocking at my door. Dillian, if you're listening, I won't say any of this to your face, but hand on heart, bro. Wilder, I wouldn't sanction. Like I said before, Dillian Whyte should be treated by the WWF, World Wildlife Fund, endangered species, man. Every time this guy comes out, they need to have Save the Whales, fucking stitched on his shorts, because you can't let him anywhere near Deontay Wilder in the boxing ring. Anybody who sanctions that needs their promoter's license taken away. Not after what I saw Wilder and Hellenius. I can't. Not after what I saw Wilder and Hellenius. I can't see Whyte anywhere near in the ring with Wilder, because I would call that legalized killing. Literally legalized.
Whyte and Hellenius, didn't he struggle to a 12-round decision with him?
He was actually buzzed off his tits off a jab from Hellenius.
There you go. See what I'm saying?
Buzzed off his tits. And you see what Wilder did. I mean, Wilder would just forget about it.
Wilder only landed 3 punches.
Just terrible. Jason, Whyte. He fought Fury in April. He put in a lackluster performance in that fight. He's fought tonight. He's put in a lackluster performance. First thing is, do you see any signs of anything? I have to be honest with you. And again, 290 in the chat. Please feel free to hit the like button. We'd like that. And if you want to be part of the chat, please feel free to subscribe. If anybody wants to call in as well, you can quickly call in as well. But Jason, I wanted to ask you, people say I'm being biased and harsh. Hand on heart, I don't think Dillian Whyte has shown that he's picked anything up in that loss versus Fury. I mean, that to me looked like the same old Dillian Whyte. There was nothing really, other than a little bit more of that cross-arm guard. Yeah, there was nothing really that we saw from Whyte that makes me think, right, he's really taking some things on board. And they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but it looks like now this is the Dillian Whyte we're getting. He is what he is. He can't change. Because to me, Jason, there didn't look to be any sort of positive changes there from the Fury fight, really.
No, none at all. He hasn't made no improvements, hasn't learned anything, hasn't taken anything. I mean, it was hard to with that fight. He was just fucking... I don't know what he was doing with that fight. He wasn't doing anything, was he? It was ridiculous.
Balance all over the place, falling over his shots again, head position terrible, continues to hit with uppercuts again.
I don't mind.
Poor gas tank. The conditioning's terrible. The conditioning's terrible.
Yeah, 100%. I've always thought it. The thing is with Dillian, this is how it is, yeah? You always forget how shit he is. Because you forget how fit he is. I swear down, it's true. He'll get like one good moment in a fight, a heavyweight, a punch or something, and then like he's shit for the whole fight. And then Eddie Hearn will just sell him over the next 6 months. And they'll show highlights of him doing all right stuff. And then you'll forget how rubbish he is. And you'll think, oh, yeah, he's quite good, Dillian. Yeah, he's all right. And then he fights again and you realise he's fucking pony.
I mean, what's his excuse going to be? Because this is a man who was calling for a rematch with Fury. I mean, even as early as this week, he's saying that the only reason he lost is because Fury pushed him. And that Fury ain't really that... I mean, it's... to me, Dillian Whyte, I think... I've got to be careful what I say here. He's a guy... Look, maybe he should take the Anthony Joshua fight, but that will be the end of him. I think the Anthony Joshua fight will be the end of Dillian Whyte at top level. That's it for him. Like, literally, like... The only fight for him, after Anthony Joshua... puts him away. And whatever you think about AJ, I don't know if you saw that AJ rapping earlier on. I might put that back up in a minute, but it was wicked.
Man.
Whatever you think about AJ, he's got bars. You know that video of AJ in the car rapping, we got the full video. AJ heavy, but whatever you think about AJ, he's better than Coley. He's better than Coley, 100%. Whatever you think about Anthony Joshua, he will end Dillian Whyte. Like, he will end this nonsense. Like when Anthony Joshua and Dillian Whyte get in the ring, next year, Anthony Joshua is going to put a finish to this man's career. And the only thing left for him to do, really, it will be Dubai. What do guys? No, Jason, go if you need to go, or pop away. It's fine. But
no. My dog was trying to nick my tiramisu, the little bastard, so I had to move it.
What do you think? Where do you think we are with Dillian Whyte in his career? Because to me, after tonight's performance, it's looking like the end for Dillian. Now he's looking like Dale Dubois right now will be sitting at home, looking like Coop from Mario Brothers, probably drooling because we know Dale Dubois has the IQ of minus numbers. But Dale Dubois will be sitting at home on TV, watching that with Shane McGuigan, and he'll be looking at Dillian Whyte like a tin of pedigree chum. Daniel Dubois will be looking at Dillian Whyte like food.
Sitting there licking his lips, looking at that. What are you talking
oh my god! Dubois will be looking at Dillian Whyte right now like a tin of pedigree chum. You feel me? He'll be there licking 100%. His lips. He's ready to go. So it is now, after Dillian now, Eddie's going to shove him in with AJ. AJ's going to put him on the highlight reel, isn't he? AJ's going to put him on the highlight reel. There ain't going to be no referee jumping in. AJ's going to put Dillian Whyte on the poster, innit? We're going to have Dillian Whyte's face on white t-shirts for about a week and a half. RIP after the AJ fights. And then it really is, innit? It really is gatekeeper time, innit? Jason, gatekeeper time.
Yes, I don't know. Yeah, I think he likes the money in it, so I think he will. What he'll do, he's just sticking around for paydays now, so he'll ride it out. Now he'll get the trilogy with AJ. He'll probably fuck off Eddie then and go over to Hearn.
Yeah, go to Warren. I think he will.
I think he will because Dillian doesn't care about legacy. If he can make another £5 million, Dillian would sell another 2 losses for £5 million. He's like that. He's from nothing. So if I don't mean it in a bad way, he wants to win and everything. But if you said to him, "Oh, you're gonna have 2 fights now, and you're gonna lose them, but I can guarantee you £6 million for the 2 fights," he'd take that. Just because he's come from nothing, his money, generational wealth, his family, I pretty much guarantee he'd take that. So he's just going to ride it around for the payday, ride his name, sell on his name what he can now. He's finished. He has been finished for quite a while, and he's been finished since the Povetkin fight.
Where he was put on the highlight reel in that fight. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then they dragged Povetkin out of the ICU. That's how bad it was. They had to drag Povetkin out of the ICU to make him look good.
Yeah, bruv. He had that, super long COVID, bruv. He was fucked up.
All right, Jason. All right, Jason. Let's finish up. I'm gonna stay for a tiny bit longer, but I'm not staying for too long. Jason, give us your final thoughts about what you saw tonight. Any fights, anything on the undercard you saw, anything that took your eye, and also just Whyte in general. A final salvo for Dillian Whyte. I mean, Listen, hopefully his best friend calls him. If his best friend's listening, listen, I hope his best friend sends him a text message, tells him, don't get in the ring of AJ. Please, man, because that is a step too far. That is definitely a step too far. Like, I'm worried about what happened to him, because Dillian's had bad knockouts, you know. Like, the knockout he had against Fury was a bad knockout. The knockout against Povetkin was horrific. He was gone before he hit the ground. He was lights out before he hit the floor. His head slammed off the back of the canvas. Fury slammed his head off the back of the canvas. Oh, well, nearly slammed the back of the canvas as well, but it's getting dangerous for him, for me. He's getting dangerous in fights. He doesn't, and you know what? I know he trains hard and puts it in, and I know it's easy for me to say, but he don't look fit. He don't look fit in fights. He's in round 2. He's falling over. He looks lackadaisical. His balance gone. He's falling over his own shots. And it's, for me, like I said before, now it's money versus health. And I just think, Jason, I don't know. Jason, I'll leave it with you to finish up. Just give us your final thoughts on the fight. And Jason, if you're an American contender, I mean, people berating Wilder for not wanting to come to England. What the fuck would you come to England for? What? What would you come to England for? Can somebody explain to me? What would you do that for? Why don't you come to England for what? I mean, look at Jermaine Franklin. Jermaine Franklin's out here, yeah, putting a half clinic on Dillian Whyte, and he get a 115 at best, and he got 284s against him. If I'm sitting there as an American heavyweight, I ain't coming to this country. I ain't coming over here. It's a waste of time. Carry on, Jay.
Yeah, I just I didn't see the Parker Ryder fight. I didn't see much of the undercard. I was trying to get a few things up, and I was with my wife and that. But I was trying to catch the boxing, but I saw that fight, obviously the Franklin fight. Just want to say, I know I was on it earlier. I just want to reiterate that it is an absolute fucking disgrace. It's making me angry thinking about it. That someone can go through that can train all that, can go as the underdog, can come in, get shit money, and then get turned over, their life decision. Do you know what I mean? It's just disgusting, bro. It's supposed to be a sport. It's supposed to be a gladiatorial sport where the best win. It's I love boxing, but it's such a corrupt fucking sport. It's such a sport where people that know nothing about the sport can easily argue with you because the best don't fight the best. And when the people don't fight, anyone can say anyone's better than anyone else if they're not fighting. It's ridiculous. It's full of fucking clowns and muppets. The people fucking calling the fights don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Look at this call from Hay. Look at this call to the screen from Hay. And Hay apparently is out here calling White world class, by the way, after the fight. He said White is an elite heavyweight. David Hay should be banned from British TV for this fucking scorecard. Yeah. Have you ever seen a scorecard before where someone's got 3 10-10s in there? Where's he got that from?
He's on a wind-up. He's on
obviously,
a thing where... he's on a thing like Carl Crotch, you know, where he's like, bruv, I'm just going to take the complete piss. I'm going to put in crazy scorecards. Just say madness, this, that, always say Fury lose. I promise you, he is on a complete hype. He has to be. Because he does know boxing, so does Frotz, man. These guys are just taking the piss. And the rest of them, the commentators calling all this fight, they're either fucking don't know what they're talking about, or they're so bent and corrupt working for the TV company. It's just fucked up. And then anyone that gets anyone that's got the balls to speak up, it's like anything in the world now. You just get cancelled. Paulie Malignaggi getting cancelled. Now, we don't want you. Why not? Because you actually call the fight and say what the fuck's going on. What the fuck?
Or you get called a hater.
Can you imagine if, Neville, that's the thing about them guys on the football. They all fucking, at least they call it how it is. They might not be you know what I mean? Neville will always tear into Man United. Carragher will always tear into Liverpool. They're never like that with boxing, man. It's nuts. And then real fans just get called fucking idiots who don't know what they're watching because they've had too much of a drink, or they're just living at home with their mums wearing, pajamas, wearing Spider-Man Transformer pajamas and shit because we've got a fucking opinion that doesn't fit your fucking narrative. Yeah, anyway. Fuck them. Fuck them wankers. They ain't getting no money off me.
In closing, guys, Jason,
I'd like to put money into boxing and stuff, but I won't do it because of things like this. I won't do it, bro. I'm not doing it. It's disgusting. I'm not financing this shit.
Do you think that this makes White versus AJ a hard sell? Or maybe people just buy into it because of what happened before? Do you think it makes it a bit of a harder sell? Do you think it's taken a bit away from it?
100% it does, and 100% for the real fans, but the casuals will still buy into it. It will still do 90,000 and it will still do 700,000 pay-per-view buys.
Yeah, fair enough.
So that's it. You know what I mean? It'll still clear all the numbers they do too. Yeah, it takes the shine off it 100%. But, you know, fucking hell. Boxing's a load of shit anyway. So.
Wow. All right, Jason. On that note, let's end it.
Yeah,
guys.
Man. Yeah,
3.5 hours.
bruv, man. I hope you're well, innit, man? Like, all my best to you. You know what I mean? Whatever you're going through, my bruv. Yeah?
Well, I'm hoping it's contaminated chicken, because if it's not, then it's the end. All right, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Maybe I've been eating then Conor Ben eggs and someone's contaminated me.
Yeah, you need to get back on the Waitrose shit, man. You got me on the Waitrose shit. It's too gangster.
Yeah, you're on the Waitrose. Listen, if I'm still around for Christmas, we've got an episode on that. I'll show you.
Yeah,
I'll show you what to get.
Hey, me and my wife were just saying the other day we're gonna go and get proper goodies for Waitrose. I bet they've got some bam. Never seen their Christmas collection. I'm very looking forward to it, bro. Oh, yeah. I was like, that's gonna be a hype, bro. Nice.
All right, bro. See you soon.
All right, man. Listen, love, safe, yeah.
Take care. We've got another convert to Waitrose. There you go, Yoki. He's got another convert. If you guys wanna, if I'm still around for Christmas, and this channel's still around, we're gonna do a Christmas special. I'll show you what to get. Guys, nobody else wants to call in. Chevin's busy, probably banging some bird somewhere. I just think, maybe we should leave it at where Jason said. I'll go through the chat. I'll stay for another 5 minutes to go through the chat quickly, because I will do that. Right, with the money involved, it's pure corruption. You can't bet on boxing. Anybody who bets on boxing is crackers. You can't bet on boxing. I don't bet anyway. I think betting's wrong, but I would never bet on boxing. It's a fucking... I'll bet on Formula 1 before I bet on boxing. I think Formula 1's a joke of a sport. I think Formula 1's is a joke of a sport. So, it is what it is. Let's have a go through, look at this. Sorry. Simon Jordan, he's going to lay into Eddie Hearn. So, you know what's going to happen there. Simon Jordan's going to be laying into Eddie Hearn on Monday morning. There's no way you can sell Dillian Whyte as a top world level fighter after this. That's done and dusted. I can't wait for UFC to hammer the nail in a coffin. I think boxing will always be bigger than UFC in this country, but you never know. Boxing doesn't do itself any favours, does it? It doesn't do itself any favours. Darren Dean says, boxing hasn't been a sport for a while, my G. Eddie needs the AJ versus White fight, so White was always winning unless he got KO'd. I'm embarrassed. Vincent Dowd says, I'm embarrassed for the look that this gives the UK. More importantly, got it for Franklin. Franklin was supposed to be a pudding from what I heard. Chevin said he's going to go and do the 12 rounds. I laughed. Well, guess what? It is what it is. Guys, take care of yourselves and take care of each other.